John Jones Auto Group, McDonald's of Salem, Salem Crossing, Meadowview Healthcare, McAllister Land Consulting.
Also brought to you by Salem Speedway, Washington County Tire, Schneck Hospital, Papa John's of Salem, City of Salem Parks Department, and Marshall Monument.
And we are back down here at Salem High School tonight with your radio hosts, Brandon Corbin and Zach Larimore. And we are back tonight on this Friday night, on this beautiful night, for a matchup between your Salem Lions and the Pirates of Charlestown.
Yeah, Brandon, after 3 weeks on the road, it's glad to finally be home.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Zach's first game here. We are back at Paul A. Graves Athletic Stadium, playing tonight on Jim Ralston Field, the new field this year. Only have gotten a few games on it this year. We do have a win on this field this year, but it's always good to be back at home.
Yep, nothing like home. And it's youth night.
It is youth night, so we will have some youth kids out on the field tonight at halftime. Unfortunately for those at home, you won't be able to see that, but it's always great that they're honoring the youth programs here. Also, something I want to talk about is shout out to the Salem Lionbackers for these new jerseys the Lions have tonight.
Yeah, they're sweet jerseys that the parent organization put together. They're gray Adidas jerseys with some yellow lettering on them, yellow numbers. They look sharp.
Yeah, they look really good. Pants are gray with black and yellow stripes down the side. Again, the Lions look sharp tonight. Hopefully they can play like they look. A wise man, Coach Hartsfield, once told us, look good, feel good, play good.
That's exactly right, Brandon. And as we carry on tonight, we're playing the Charlestown Pirates.
Yep, Charlestown's always a tough matchup. We're at home against them this year. We didn't have to travel down to the Boneyard. It's always a tough place to play. But we do have the Charlestown Pirates on the road visiting us tonight. And we're going to get into the teams here. And I'll kick us off here with the Salem side of things. Coach Gleason comes into this game in his second season at Salem. Got his fifth win at Salem last year, currently 5-13, his record at Salem. In his 22nd year of coaching, he is 125 and 122. Obviously, he's a veteran coach there. And he looks to put his sixth win on the board tonight.
Yeah, and I think Charlestown has a pretty fair matchup on the coaching aspect of it. Jason Hawkins is leading this Charlestown Pirates team. He is 121 and 59 in his 17th season, and he is 127 and 27 in his 19th overall season. Every year he's coached at Charlestown except in 2017 where he was at Silver Creek.
Yeah, and, Coach Hawkins, that's an experienced coach there. Charlestown has him a good one there. Hasn't really had very many losing seasons, but he's always had great teams. So, some of the keys to victory tonight for the Lions from me, I wrote a few down here, is you're going to hear the name Boomer Hester a lot from us, and that's going to be the must-stop for the Lions tonight. And he comes into this game averaging 132 yards rushing per game.
Yeah, Brandon, in a high school game, 132 yards no matter what team it is. That's a lot of yards.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, we can't get caught up in the run. We got caught up, in the run against, I believe it was Corden,
yep.
And they came out, or Pekin. It was Pekin.
Thinking they were going to
run the ball a lot, and we saw like 7 passes on the first drive from Pekin.
Yeah, Pekin put together a good first drive, and they stalled out there at the end, but they came out passing. We didn't expect that.
Yeah, we can't get caught up in the run tonight. My third point to victory for the Lions tonight is we've got to keep the offense rolling from last week. Lions had their highest scoring game of the year last week against Pekin, put up 37 points, and the offense looked like they wanted to be here last week.
Yeah, that's the best I think I've seen Salem's offense play all year. The defense, Corden on, we've stepped up on defense, but last week I really saw the offense step up.
Yep. My fourth point there is we've got to capitalize on opportunities tonight. Charlestown is a turnover-ridden team. They have turned the ball over 12 times on the year, and that's almost 2 turnovers per game.
Yeah, and whenever you're talking about high school ball, even go above the high school ball, college, pro, if you turn the ball over and your opponent takes advantage of that, it's hard to win.
Yeah, absolutely. My fifth and last point of victory here tonight for the Lions is Charlestown has lost big, but they've also won big this year. They've had losses 55-0, but they've had wins 35-6. So we cannot let this game get out of hand quickly. On the defensive side of things, we've got to stop Charlestown, and we can't let them put points in abundance on the board.
Yeah, controlling this game for both sides of the ball for Salem is very important.
Yeah, so a few other things I'll go through here is we've got about 13 minutes here before kickoff. So me and Zach think we can get this in. Is this year, we've talked about one of the things is the running game. We've been killed on the running game this year, but we have played 4 of the state's top 25 rushers this year, with Christian Hamilton from Springs Valley, Landon Shuck from Scottsburg, Christian's number 4, Landon's number 6, Bryce Fessel's number 12 in the state from North Harrison, and Carson Lawyer's number 19 in the state from Corden.
Yeah, playing teams like that, when you got that one guy you can give the rock to and drive down the field, that's a tremendous advantage. And there's kind of a double-edged sword for Salem. You get to play those key players like that, and you get to see the experience and grow on it. But at the same time, you got to come in and prep for that. And it's hard to prep for that when you don't have players like that.
Yeah, before I go over these other notes, I want to go over the Salem record this year and their games, just because that does tie into my notes here. So Salem's current season results, unfortunate season for the Lions right now, we're 2-5. We did get a win against North Harrison, 22-12, week 1. Then we went on a 5-game losing streak. First at Silver Creek, 41-8. At Scottsburg, 54-7. Home against Brownstown, 54-12. At Springs Valley, 63-12. At Corden, 10-6. And last week we brought it back with a win, 37-7 at Pekin. That takes me into points 2 and 3 here on this note. We have played the number 1 and the number 4 highest scoring offenses in the state total this year. Springs Valley number 1, Brownstown number 4. And we've also played the number 1 and number 4 highest average margin team, meaning their average of wins. And that's also number 1 is Springs Valley, number 4 is Brownstown.
Yeah, both those teams up in Brownstown and over in Silver Creek, or Springs Valley, they were very athletic teams, very well defensively built teams. Both sides of the ball, they could get you from every aspect.
Yeah, absolutely. And those were just kind of rough games to watch from a fan. But luckily for us, it's not like we were getting beat that bad by somebody who was just out there. You know what I mean? They're the 2 of the top 5 teams in the state. And points D and E tying together here. Salem opponents' record this year, 30-19. Charlestown opponents' record, 29-19. So very evenly matched up teams tonight.
Yeah, I think this game, honestly, all around is going to be a pretty evenly matched game. Head coaching experience is the same. Opponents have been the same. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a very close game to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And then to kind of tie into what Zach's brought up a few times this year, the Lions opposing teams this year have been very solid. The first half of the season, so North Harrison game through the Springs Valley game, the opposing teams are now 26-9. So obviously very good teams there this year, obviously headlined by North Harrison, who turned their season around. Now they're 5-2. And then for Scottsburg, who's 5-2. And Brownstown, who's 7-0, and then Springs Valley, who's 6-1. And then our Corden through our West Washington games, the opponents' records are only 7-21, Zach.
Yeah, once we got past that Springs Valley game, it was like night and day what we've experienced. We, like you said, we had the top rushers in the state. We had tough-built teams all around. It was just, and then we get to Corden, and they're still kind of building their program and trying to turn things around. It was night and day.
Yeah, absolutely. Zach, go ahead and tell us a little bit about the Pirates from Charlestown tonight.
Yeah, as we're coming in to play Charlestown, they started their season with their big rivalry against Silver Creek. They dropped that as a loss. They lost 26-41. And next week they were at Brownstown. They were shut out 55-0. And then they were on the road again against Clarksville, where they brought home a win, 35-6. And then the following week was home against North Harrison, where they lost, and that was another 35-6 ball game. At Providence, which is one of the top teams in the state for 1A, I believe, aren't they?
I'm not 100% sure. I've looked into Providence a little this year. They look kind of rough, but I don't know. But they're 6-0. I take that back. They're 6-0, so they are a very solid team.
They lost to Providence 12-42. They got shut out again on a Thursday game against Scottsburg, 0-34, and then last week in a tight game against Corden Central, they lost 43-49.
Yeah, and that ties into our points of they've lost big, but they've won big.
Yep. So as we come into some keys to victory, I got we got to be disciplined on the defensive side of the ball. I hate to make this comparison, But it's kind of like playing Brownstown. You got to do your job and don't try to be the superstar.
Yeah, absolutely.
From what little bit of footage I've seen last week against Corden, Charlestown likes to run a lot of the RPO, and in high school, that's kind of tough to defend, isn't it, Brandon?
Yeah, absolutely. And for those who don't know, if you're not offensively minded out there, RPO stands for run pass option. The way that works is you run the run option. If the running back, you pull it from the running back, you look to throw then, but then you have the option of throwing and quarterback running. So like you, Zach, said, it is very tough to defend against at the high school level.
Yeah, that's the offense that's incorporated a lot in college and pro level.
And that's what we ran in college.
Number 2 point I have is we had to have the same energy we had last week. All facets of the game, I believe Salem had energy. And we've got to bring that tonight to first intimidate the opposing team and then use that momentum to carry forward.
Yeah, the energy we had against Beacon, that's the best we've looked all year.
The 3rd point I got is the defense improved against Corden. The following week, the offense improved against Eastern. Now both must maintain and exceed what has happened.
Yeah, we've got one phase of the game in one game, one phase of the game in the other game. Now it's time to put them both together for this game tonight.
And then the 4th and final point I have got, as Salem's getting ready to take the field, converting on 3rd down. We have preached it all season long. We have got to convert on 3rd down. Salem is only converting 32.2% of 3rd downs this year. That's tough whenever every 10 times you go out on a 3rd down, you're only getting the first down 3 times.
Yeah, you can't convert 32%, especially in the MSC, and compete with teams. Brownstown, they're not really facing 3rd downs. Springs Valley's not really facing 3rd down. Scottsburg's not really facing 3rd down. But like you said, we've got to capitalize on 3rd and short and convert them.
Yeah, and I've also noticed when we can sustain a long drive, take time off the clock, wear down the opposing defense, that tremendously improves our chance to win.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Well, here's Charlestown's got some studs there, Zach. Who are they tonight? Who should the fans listening be on the name? Who's going to be the names they hear the most?
Yeah, Salem beat me to it, Brandon beat me to it. Number 3, Boomer Hester, he's a junior. They run a lot of Wildcats, so you're going to hear a bunch of quarterbacks called tonight. Quarterback and linebacker Boomer Hester. He averages 132 rushing yards a game, leads the team. 794 rushing yards this season, which is 4th in the MSC, and he leads the team in touchdowns with 5. He had a heck of a week, Brandon, last week against the Corden Central Panthers with 288 yards on the ground. That is 8.5 yards a carry. He went 7 for 13 passing and had 55 passing yards. That just sounds like an athlete.
Yeah, one thing that scares me about that, Zach, right off the rip there, is the 288 yards against Corden. Our offense could not move the ball against Corden. So is Boomer Hester and is the Charlestown offense going to be that tough to compete with tonight?
What little bit I know, I feel like the key has got to be stop Boomer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stop Boomer, your chances to win have increased tremendously.
Yep, and that was my number 1 key to victory there was stop Boomer Hester.
The next key player for Charlestown I have is number 17, Noah Phillips. He is a junior. He is a quarterback and a free safety, which is funny because he leads the team in receiving yards, averaging 15.5 yards a game, and he's number 8 in the MSC in passing yards. And last week against Corden, he had 31 receiving yards. That's kind of funny, but like I said, the Wildcat offense.
Yeah, and it doesn't really look like, based on these stats here, that, 55 yards last week from Boomer Hester passing. Noah Phillips 8th in the MSC with 62 passing yards on the year. That doesn't really look like they throw the ball a whole lot down the field.
No, you can't imagine that, especially with these stats you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the 3rd and final point that I have, or impact player I have, is number 28, Ryan Shields. If you notice, all 3 of them were juniors. This is also a junior. He's running back in a free safety. Number 1 tackler on the team, averaging 8.3 a game. 30 plays, that's almost a third of a play he's in.
Yep.
Most sacks on the team with 2, and the key we've got to watch with him is he has the most kick return yards in the MSC with 174 yards on 6 attempts.
Yeah, and obviously as somebody, when we're kicking off, we're going to want to kick away from him. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break here and hear the national anthem.
Oh,
High School tonight at the Jim Ralston Field at Paul A. Graves Athletic Stadium for the matchup between your Salem Lions and the visiting Charlestown Pirates. So, before the break, we had Zach going over some impact players from Charlestown here. He's writing down the captains real quick, so I'll say this. Both teams are putting points on the board equally, but they're putting them on in bunches. When they've scored a lot. When they haven't, they haven't. Salem is averaging 14 points a game this year. Charlestown's averaging 17 points a game. But Charlestown's defense is giving up more points this year. Charlestown has a points against record of 122 points they've scored. Opposing teams have scored 262. Salem has scored 104, so a little bit less, but Salem's only given up 241 points this season.
Yeah, that's going to be a key point to watch, is just seeing how both defenses play, how both offenses play. And Brandon, I think this is either going to be a very close game either way, or it is going to be a blowout either way.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game tonight. I think it's going to be a tough game for the Lions tonight at home against the Pirates. Some other stuff we got going on this weekend is, while Zach's watching the coin toss here to see what's going on, is IU football, undefeated IU football, is on a bye this week.
Heck of an IU ball team this year.
Number 18 in the country. Purdue is at number 12, Illinois, tomorrow at 3:30. U of L has dropped out of the top 25 after their loss to SMU last week. They are at Virginia Saturday at 3:30. The Colts are at the Titans Sunday at 1. And also Sunday, we will find out who the Lions will play for sectional. The IHSAA football selection show is Sunday night. You can tune into that here on WSLM and catch who the Lions have drawn for sectional.
Yeah, and all your other local teams around here. I know we're in the same sectional as Pekin this year.
Yep.
Salem has deferred to the second half.
So we did win the coin toss.
Correct.
Okay.
We won the coin toss, deferred to the second half.
All right. Well, the Lions will be kicking off to start the game here. Charlestown will be set to receive to get this game going here on this Friday night. Some other local games tonight, we've got West Washington at Crawford County, Paoli at home against the Mitchell, Corden at Providence, North Harrison at Clarksville, Brownstown versus Silver Creek at home, that'll be a good game, and Scottsburg versus Pekin.
All right. Teams are getting set up. The clocks are ready. Teams are ready. Officials are ready. We're ready to play some ball.
We are ready for this Friday night matchup here between the Salem Lions and the Charlestown Pirates. The Lions are set to kick. Back deep to receive for the Charlestown Pirates. That's going to be number 6, Keon Davis. That's a new name that we have not talked about. He is a 5'6", 135-pound freshman.
Yeah, you see those teams, they get their special teams, you get a bunch of freshmen in, get them reps, but you don't usually see a freshman back there deep to receive.
Yeah, and he is not very big either. That's something to look out for, because most of the time the small kids are the fast kids.
This is probably the most evenly matched up Charlestown game I've seen in a while for the Lions.
Yes, and one thing I want to note is they do not have number 28, the MSD leading kick returner, in deep to receive right now.
That's kind of surprising. They must see something that Salem does.
Yep, I see him back on the sideline. They're probably going to know that if they put him in, they're going to keep it away from him, I'm guessing. So they probably just want to not have that, and maybe they want him still kicking athletes, so they put in this kid who might be pretty good.
All right, Brandon, officials are set. Here we go for the kickoff.
Yep, Braxton Dean in for the kick for the Lions, and again, number 6, Keon Davis, back deep to receive for the Pirates. And we are getting set here, 70 degrees, beautiful night tonight. And here is the kick. Braxton with the kick. It's across the ground. It's going to be fielded at the 30 by number 17 for the Pirates, and he's going to have some blockers cross the 40-yard line, stay on his feet, be pushed by a group of Pirates, and he is brought down at the 43-yard line. And the Charlestown Pirates will start their first drive on the 43-yard line on their own side of the field.
Yeah, that was interesting seeing Salem come out with the ball in that pile. I'm sure he was down.
Yeah, I think they probably just went ahead and ruled the play dead, and then they took it from him.
But both teams came out physical in that kickoff.
Yes, they did. The Pirates were pushing, Salem was pushing, so I look for this to be an exciting game tonight, Zach.
Yeah, even when we playing Charlestown was an exciting game.
Always. So the Pirates break the huddle and come to the line here in a wide spread of the field here. They've got two receivers out left, two receivers out right. Boomer Hester in shotgun with his running back to his right. There's a snap. Boomer keeps it, takes it around the right side, gets it up to about the 45-yard line, and is pushed back by a group of Lions, and that's going to be a 2-yard gain there for number 3, Boomer Hester.
That's what we just expected right there. Snap straight to Boomer, try and run, get what he can get. They're kind of just testing the water with the Salem defense.
Yep, absolutely. And I think that running back in there is going to be number 28, Ryan Shields. He is a junior, and we have talked about him in the pregame. Pirates back to the line. Trips formation to the left. One receiver out right. Hester in gun. Shields on his right. There's a snap. Hands it off to Shields around the left, who's got some room to run, and he's across the 50, across the 45, across the 40, breaking some tackles, pushing the Lions down, breaks a few more tackles, crosses the 25-yard line, and that is going to be a massive gain down to the 22-yard line of the Lions, and that is going to be a 33-yard pickup there for number 28, Ryan Shields.
Yeah, Brandon, we just preached it just a little bit ago on the pregame show. We've got to keep the big plays to a minimum and not give momentum to the Pirates.
11 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Score 0-0. Pirates back to the line. Hester in gun, throwing Shields to the left side of him. Trips out to the right. There's the snap. Fake handoff to Shields. Boomer's going to keep it around the left side, run through a small gap, gain about 2 yards, and be stopped at the 20-yard line there. It's going to be another 2-yard pickup there for number 3, Boomer Hester.
You know, the way this offense is kind of spreading the field out, it almost looks like they watched what Eastern did against Salem, the way they're spreading the receivers out.
Yeah, I look for there to probably be a pass play coming up here in the near future.
The receivers are built a lot like Eastern's are. You know,
yep,
long,
tall, lanky, yep. Charlestown back to the line here. 2 receivers out right, 1 receiver out left. Hester in the gun with Shields on his left. There's the snap, and handoff to Shields around the right side. Has a couple blocks in front of him. Fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by the Lions on the 17-yard line.
Brandon, that brings up what you just said. There is the first turnover tonight for the Pirates, averaging almost 2 a game.
Yep. And
we've got to capitalize off this, and we will plan on it.
Yep, so the Lions are going to take over on the 18-yard line on their own to the field, 1st and 10. That fumble was recovered by number 54, Isaac Curtis.
Love to see a Salem defense jump on the ball like that.
Yep, now we got to capitalize. So Lions break the huddle, come to the line here, 10:07 to go in the first quarter. Mull under center, Deaton and Dent in the backfield. There's snap, toss to Dent around the right side, has a hole. There's a flag on the play. I think it's going to be a holding on the Lions, but for the moment, Dent has a 7-yard pickup down to the 25.
Yes, there is a holding on Salem.
Yep, that is a flag on the Lions, and that is something that has killed the Lions this year, is penalty.
Yeah, especially holding. We cleaned it up a little bit last week, but the week before Corden, we had several penalties.
Yep, so that's going to be a 10-yard flag there for the Lions, so that's going to bring up 1st and 20 from the 8-yard line for the Lions, or from the 9, because it's half a distance to goal, so it's going to be a 9-yard penalty. So the Lions have broke the huddle, have came back to the line here. Mull looks like he's in gun with Deaton lined. No, Mull's under center with Deaton lined up behind him. 1 receiver out left. Mull's looking around the field, seeing what he sees. And more in motion. There's a snap toss out left to Karras Moore. He's around the left side, crosses the 10, crosses the 15, and is brought down at the 18-yard line, and that's going to be a 9-yard pickup, so he does get the 9-yard penalty back, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Lions.
You know, one thing you got to admire about Moore is the way he's not afraid to get physical carrying the ball.
Yeah, you know, he's not a huge kid. He comes in at 5'11", 173, but he is not afraid to carry the ball. Lions come back to the line here, 9:30 to go. Mull under center, Deaton and Dent in the backfield. There's a snap toss around the left side to Dent, who's got some blocking, he's got some run. He crosses the 20-yard line and is brought down at the 24-yard line for a pickup of 6 yards for number 4, Logan Dent.
That was our bread and butter play right there, just a pinch to Dent. We've seen that multiple times every game this year.
Yep, so this takes us to the 3rd down conversion rate for the Lions here. Lions face a 3rd and 4 on their own 24-yard line, 9:05 to go here, 0-0 the score. Mull comes out in gun, Dent on his right, 1 receiver on both sides. And here is the snap. Mole fakes the handoff to Dent, keeps it himself around the right side, breaks a few tackles, has some room to run, and he's across the 50, across the 40, across the 30. He's across the 20, the 15, the 10, 5, touchdown Lions! A 76-yard keeper for number 1, Adam Mole, to put 6 points on the board for the Lions.
Bang, 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 bang! Vamonos, vamonos! Bang, bang, bang! Vamonos, vamonos!
So, a 76-yard pickup for the quarterback, number 1, Adam Mole, on a very much needed 3rd and 4.
Fireworks going early tonight, Brandon.
Absolutely. We saw Adam do that last week, and nice to see him do it again here. So Lions line up for the 2-point conversion. There's the snap, toss around left side to Dent, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Almost untouched. Great blocking there for the Lions. So, with 8 minutes and 42 seconds to go here in the first quarter, your Salem Lions have taken a quick lead over the Charlestown Pirates, 8-0, and we are going to take a short commercial break.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapy. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
And we are back here at the Jim Ralston Field tonight, where the Salem Lions have now taken a lead over the Charlestown Pirates, 8-0.
You know, Brandon, on that run we just had, the 76-yard touchdown run from Mole, I'm not sure what the defense for Charlestown saw. They bit on the fake, and it was all over from that.
Yeah, and if they've watched any film, they should have seen that happening, because we do that play a lot. So the Lions are set for the kick here. Again, number 6 and number 17 back deep to receive for the Pirates. Number 8, Braxton Dean for the Lions, set to kick. Here is the kick, and it's another short one. It bounces off of a up man for the Pirates, and they just dive on it at their own 34-yard line, so that's where they will start their drive, 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line.
After that drive Charlestown had that ended in a fumble, it'll be interesting to see if they kind of stick with that same game plan or they try to change things up a little bit.
Yeah, you know, they did have a really nice drive going. Unfortunately, the running back just got lackluster with the ball and fumbled it.
This has been a firework game, that 76-yard run by Mole, and then Shields had the 28 or 33-yard run there before the fumble.
So they didn't have the sticks set over there. So they're getting those set right now, but the Pirates have came to the line here. Number 3, Boomer Hester in gun. Number 28, Ryan Shields on his left. 2 receivers out left, 1 receiver out right. And here is the snap. And Boomer's going to keep it himself around the left side. And he's going to cross the 35, across the 40, have some room to run across the 50, and he's brought down at about the 45-yard line of the Lions. And that's going to be a 21-yard pickup there for number 3, Boomer Hester.
You know, that's the first play Boomer's had so far that's amounted to much. You know, he had 2 carries for 2 yards apiece.
But he does come into this game averaging 132 yards per game, so I think he's going to get his when he can.
Yeah, he's going to get his fair shares of runs.
Yep. So the Pirates have came back to the line here at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, 1 receiver out right, 1 receiver out left. Hester in gun with Shields recited wide receiver in motion. That's number 6, and he's around the right side, takes the jet sweep, and he doesn't really have anywhere to go, and he is going to pick up a yard. That is going to be number 6, Keon Davis. We heard his name earlier on the kickoff, and he just took that jet sweep out to the right, didn't have anywhere to go, and picked up 1 yard.
You know, giving the ball to a freshman in a varsity game, you don't see that very often, so that's got to say that Charlestown sees something in him.
Yep, they trust him to put him in this Friday night lights. Normally we see them on Mondays, but tonight we do see him on Friday. So the Pirates come back to the line here. 8:04 to go in the first quarter. Lions lead 8-0. 2nd and 9 for the Pirates. 1 receiver out right. Bunch formation to the left. There's the snap. And fake handoff to number 28, Shields. Boomer's going to keep it himself. Run across the 40-yard line and be brought down at, I believe, the 38. So that's going to be a 6-yard pickup there for number 3, Boomer Hester.
You know, they've pretty well stuck to 2 or 3 main plays.
Yep.
On both drives.
Yeah, the jet sweep's the first play we've seen that wasn't a Boomer Hester or Ryan Shields run. So 7:30 to go here in the first quarter. Lions lead 8-0.
Charlestown subbed in a tight end type player.
Yep. They come to the line, 3rd and 3 on the Lions 38. Hester in the gun. There's the snap, and he's going to keep it himself around the left side. There's a bunch of Lions waiting for him, and he is going to be stopped short. And I think they're going to mark him at a gain of 0. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 3 for Charlestown on the Lions' 38-yard line.
You know, it was interesting to see they subbed out the freshman receiver and put in a tight end, and they ran to the tight end side. Yep, it was good to see Salem's defense not give up.
Yep, they were ready there. Boomer Hester didn't really have anywhere to run. But the Pirates come back to line here, 4th and 3. This is that passing situation we've talked about. 3 receivers to the right. Hester in gun with Shields on his right. There's the snap. Hester rolls out. It looks like a speed option, and Hester has nowhere to go, and he is met by a group of Lions and brought down for a massive loss at the 48-yard line, and that's going to be a 10-yard loss there for Charlestown, and also a turnover on down.
You know, I think Boomer was really wanting to try and get a pass off there on that run-pass option, and he was met by a whole pride of Lions and bounced off a couple tackles and went backwards even more.
Yeah, and he did something you're not supposed to do on 4th down, and that's run backwards.
That's not what you want.
And he turned the ball over, but also gave Salem 10 more yards of field advantage here. So they have 1st and 10 on their own 48. Mole under center. Deaton and Dent in the backfield. Receiver on both sides. There's the snap and toss to Dent around the left side. He cuts it back across the middle, finds a hole around the left side, and crosses the 35 and the 45 and is brought down, tripped up by a Pirate at the 42-yard line of the Pirates. So that's going to be a 10-yard pickup there for number 4, Logan Dent.
You see, being at home, the fans are really getting involved. The players, they look like they got energy. It's motivation in this game.
Yeah, look, that's good to see here. You know, it was kind of dead for the first few weeks of the season, but glad to see we're back. The Lions come to the line here, 1st and 10 on the Pirates' 42. Mull under center, Deaton and Dent the backfield, receiver on both sides. There's a snap toss to the right side to Dent, and he's got some blockers, but is met at the line, but still pulls a few Pirates forward for a gain of 3 yards down to the Pirates' 39-yard line.
Got to give credit to Dent. He made something out of nothing on that play.
Yep, he didn't really have anywhere to go, but that does bring up a 2nd and 7, a long 7, for the Lions here. 5:30 to go. Lions lead 8-0 on their drive. The Mole comes out in gun. Dent on his right, 1 receiver out left. There's the snap. Fake handoff to Dent. Mole drops back to throw. Braxton's got him beat. Mole launches downfield and overthrows Braxton Dean at the 5-yard line, who had his man beat on a hitch-and-go route, and Mole just couldn't connect.
Yeah, that was just about a half a step in front of him right there. If he was a half a step, a little bit less, he would have been in the end zone.
Yep, and he was, like I said, he was running down the sideline by himself pretty much. Mole just could not connect with him. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Lions.
You know, something you don't see a lot is there's a lot of players for Charlestown playing both ways.
Yes. Mole comes out under center, receiver on both sides. There's a snap, toss to Dent around the left side. He's got some room to run, and he breaks the tackle at the 40, crosses the 35, crosses the 30, fights forward down to the 26-yard line, and that is going to be a 13-yard pickup for number 4, Logan Dent, and a Lions 1st down.
Dent has carried the ball the majority of these plays. He's already tallied up 32 yards in this game.
Yeah, I look to see Logan Dent carry the ball a lot tonight, the way he's running. And the blocking he's getting. Let's talk about the blocking. The offensive line is doing great.
Yeah, you got to give credit to the offensive line.
Absolutely.
This is the best I think I've seen them all season.
Yep. So the Lions break the huddle again. 4:50 to go here. Lions lead 8-0. Receiver on both sides. Mole in gun with Dent on his left. There's the snap. Fake handoff to Dent. Mole keeps it himself around the left side and runs out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So he is going to pick up about 6 yards there and stop the clock running out of bounds. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Lions on the Pirates' 20-yard line.
This is a situation, Brandon, I don't think we've seen a lot this season, a 2nd and short type situation. You know, we're still on schedule with where we need to be down-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Lions look to take this quick, big lead early here. It's only 20 yards to go here. But for right now, they face a 2nd and 4. Mole comes out under center, beating and Dent in the backfield. There's a snap toss to the right to Dent. And he's got some blocking, some room to run. But he is brought down right at the first down marker. I think they're going to mark him a yard short. That is going to be a 3-yard pickup there for number 4, Logan Dent, down to the 17-yard line.
I don't know if you've noticed this, Brandon, but they're only playing their safeties about 8 yards back.
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're real worried about Salem beating them with the deep ball tonight. Now, this is a perfect opportunity to take advantage of that and throw one into the end zone. So, with 4:13 to go here, the Lions lead 8-0, facing a 3rd and 1 on the Pirates' 17-yard line. Mole under center. There's a snap. Mole keeps it himself and crosses the first down line and is brought down at the 14-yard line. So that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Lions.
That goes back to one of our key points. We got to convert. Being 32% on the season, it's good to see them convert on a 3rd down.
Yeah, 2 of them early. 2 first downs on 3rd down. One of them being a touchdown, obviously. But yes, good to see that has made a shift. So 1st and 10 on the 14. The Lions come to the line here. Mole in gun, Dent on his left, wide receiver out left. And there is the snap, and Mole's going to fake the handoff to Dent, hand it to Deaton around the left side, who's got room to run, and he might go into the end zone. And he's around the left side and into the end zone, and that is a 14-yard touchdown for number 6, Noah Deaton.
Bang, 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 bang! Vamonos, vamonos! Bang, bang, bang! Vamonos, vamonos!
And we have not seen, I don't believe, Noah Deaton get in the end zone this year, and that is a good first touchdown there for him.
That was a beautiful just little sweep to the outside as we're lining up here for the 2-point conversion.
Yep, they faked the handoff to Dent around the right, handed it to Deaton around the left, and he walked into the end zone. There's the snap toss to left to Dent, and he's going to walk into the end zone again for the 2-point conversion. So the Lions are going to take a lead here, 16-0 over the Pirates of Charlestown with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first quarter.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're good at insurance, but not just any insurance. We're good at...
No.
Did you forget the parking brake? Yes, you forgot the parking brake. Insurance. When the forecast calls for cheese ball sight tail insurance. Even shouldn't have parked under that tree. Insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Call your Washington County Farm Bureau agent, Jason Petmeyer, at 812-620-8923.
And we are back where the Lions have just taken the lead, 16-0 with 3:30 to go in the first quarter over the Charlestown Pirates.
Brandon, one of your key points for both teams really was not to give up the big gains and scores quickly, and Charlestown's done just that.
Yeah, the Lions' offense looks great right now.
Best all season, I'd say.
Absolutely. They look better than last week, even though they put up 37 points. They look a lot better. The team looks more energetic, and the defense looks a lot better tonight.
3:30 in the first quarter, 16-0 Lions.
Yep. The Lions are set for the kick. Number 8, Braxton Dean, 2 kicks. And there's the kick. It's across the ground, and it's going to be fielded at the 23-yard line. And he doesn't really have any blocking in front of him, but he does make his own way across the 40, get a push from the Pirates, and he's going to be down at the 41-yard line of the Pirates side of the field. So Charlestown will take over 1st and 10 on their own 41.
Yeah, that was number 17, Noah Phillips on the carry. That was one of our key players tonight. He's usually in a quarterback-type role. He's leading the team in receiving yards, though, as a quarterback. You don't hear that very often.
Yeah, we have seen him line up at receiver tonight, but we have not seen him line up at quarterback. But we also have not seen number 28, Ryan Shields, the conference-leading kick returner, back deep to receive yet. So the Pirates come to the line here. Hester in gun. Number 3 receivers out left. I can't see who the running back is. There's the snap, and the handoff to number 33 around the left side is quickly brought down after a gain of 3 yards. And that's going to be a 3-yard pickup for number 33, Hayden Wayland, 6'1", 225-pound junior who's on the roster as a offensive lineman.
Yeah, he's a little bit bigger built back. I think they're trying just testing the waters, seeing what they can do with their personnel against this defense. I don't think this is the defense they thought they were going to play.
No. 6'1", 225, that's a big kid. I see why they've got him as a lineman. So the Charlestown Pirates come back to line, 2nd and 7. Hester in gun, 33 Whalen on his left, 2 receivers out left. And there's the snap, and Hester keeps it himself around the left side, cuts back across the middle, and crosses the 50, crosses the first down line, and is brought down at the Lions' 47-yard line. So that is going to be a 7-yard, no, not a 7-yard pickup.
I think it's about a 9-yard pickup.
Yeah, about a 9-yard pickup. I did the math wrong. For the Pirates and number 3, Boomer Hester.
They're just kind of testing the waters on Salem. You know, that's all you can say about it.
Yeah, I mean, their offense does not look bad. They just haven't put any points on the board. Pirates come back to line, 1st and 10 on the Lions, 47, 2 receivers out left. Hester in gun. There's the snap. Hester rolls out to his left. Quick pass, and it's broke up, and it was number 14, Lenny Wynn, out there. The intended receiver was number 6, Keon Davis, for the Pirates, but the pass was broken up, and Lenny Wynn laid a hit there on Keon Davis.
Yeah, they saw something in the flats there with him on that pass version of the run-pass option.
Yep, and the Lions come out in a cover 2 offense there, or a cover 2 defense, I guess I should say, and Wynn broke off on the out route like he's supposed to and was there for the pass breakup. Pirates back to the line here. Hester in gun, 3 receivers out left. Number 33, Whalen on his right. And it's going to be a timeout for Charlestown. I believe that is their first one of the half.
It is.
I believe that is the first timeout of the half. But for us, we are going to take a short commercial break and be right back.
Sprained ankle, swollen joints, and no time for an appointment? Schneck Medical Center has you covered. Visit our orthopedic walk-in clinic for expert care. Our specialists provide fast attention to a number of bone and joint problems. No appointment necessary. Available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. For more information, visit schneckmed.org. Schneck, healthy together.
We are always thankful for our sponsors, and especially Schneck Med, with providing us Mallory for a few years. I don't know if she's still with them or not, or if she's just through the school now, but Mallory is a great addition that we added to the program, 4 or 5 years ago?
Would have been our junior year.
So 6 years ago. Always thankful for Mallory and any athletic trainer around the area. Pirates come back to the line, 2nd and 10 on the Lions, 47. Hester in gun, 2 receivers out left, 2:08 to go here in the first. There's the snap. Hester rolls out left, has a receiver down the middle, and he's got him beat, but throws it into the hands of number 12, Ethan Campbell, for the Lions, and it is picked off and returned across the 30, across the 40, where he is brought down at the 40-yard line of the Lions, and that is going to be a huge mistake there for number 3, Boomer Hester.
That was a beautiful read there by Ethan Campbell on that interception. That couldn't have been any better time.
Yep, and it was, again, a cover 2 or a cover 4 for the Lions, where they had 2 high safeties, and Campbell kind of sat in the middle, waited for the post route to get over there. Hester didn't see him and just threw it right into the hands of Ethan. So it's going to be the second turnover
in the first
quarter for the Pirates. Lions come to the line here, 1st and 10 on their own 40. Mole in gun, deep hit on his left, 1 receiver out left. And here is the snap. And Mole's going to pick the handoff to Dent, hand it around the left side to Noah Deaton, who's off and running, has a blocker in front of him, and he is upended at the 50-yard line. That's going to be a 10-yard pickup and another first down for the Lions.
Everything's clicking on all cylinders for the Lions offense. The lineman's blocking good.
Yep.
The receivers are doing good. The backs are doing good. I haven't seen the team come together this much all season.
Yep, and that's the same play that we saw the Lions score on, just a fake end around to Dent and the handoff around the other side to Deaton. And Deaton's quick, and he's not afraid to get hit, as we saw there. Lions back to line, 1st and 10 on the 50. Mole in gun, 2 receivers out left. There's a snap. Mole's going to keep it himself around the left side, and he's going to cut out to the left. There's a flag, and I think it's going to be a holding, but Mole, for the moment, has a 7-yard pickup, 6-yard pickup to the Pirates 44, but I think this one's coming back. Yep. That is going to be another holding against Salem, so that's going to be 10 yards So it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Lions on their own 40 now. So that basically negates the pickup from Noah Deaton. So with a minute, while they're counting here, with a minute 22 seconds to go here in the first quarter, the Lions lead 16-0. Got it counted off here. So yes, it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Lions on their own 40. Not something you want to see there after a couple big plays, but what can you do about it?
Yeah, it's just one of them things, you got to expect it in football.
Yep, absolutely. You're going to have holdings every once in a while if you're playing hard. The Lions come back to the line here. Mull under center, Deaton and Dent in the backfield, a receiver on each side. There's the snap and toss around the left side to Dent, and he's got some room to run across the middle. Great, crosses the 50, cuts out to the left side, crosses the 45, and is brought down at the 39-yard line of the Pirates, and that's going to be a 21-yard pickup there for number 4, Logan Dent, down to the 39-yard line.
Brandon, it's a great night whenever you have a 1st and 20 and you can get 21 yards.
Absolutely. The Lions' offense looks great right now. They come back to the line, 1st and 10 on the Pirates 39. 54 seconds to go here. Lions lead 16-0 in the first. Ball in gun. There's the snap. Fake handoff to Dent. Hands it around the right side to Deaton, who's got some blockers in front of him, and he breaks a tackle almost, but he is going to pick up 8 yards and be brought down at the 30-yard line. So that's going to be an 8-yard pickup there for number 6, Noah Deaton.
Yeah, that's the same reverse in around, but just flip the other way.
Just the other way, yep. Faked it to Dent around the left, handed it to Deaton around the right.
The Charlestown defense just looks like they don't have a response for anything Lions offense is putting together.
They're biting on every fake that the Lions are giving here, and I think we're going to let this tick down to the end of the first quarter maybe. There's about 10 seconds here in the first, and I think that's what the Lions are going to do. So the Lions are going to head into the second quarter, 2nd and 1 on the Pirates' 30-yard line, leading the Pirates 16-0 at the end of the first quarter, and we are going to take a commercial break, and we will be right back.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounder is coming on the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sideline. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You score every time with a hot fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious taste all day long. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long.
Speaking of McDonald's of Salem, they have now added the Chicken Big Mac to their menu, and it is fantastic. And I thought it was going to be a McChicken on a Big Mac. I was wrong. It is basically 2 enlarged chicken nuggets, Zach.
Guess I'll need to go try one.
Yeah, you're going to have to get one of them Chicken Big Macs. That's good stuff. About $11 for the meal, by the way, which seems outrageous to me. But it's good.
All right, some score updates I have for you. Providence is
Can you hang on 1 minute? We're back in action here, actually. Lions 2nd and 1. Mull in gun. Receiver on both sides. Dent on his right. And there's the snap and fake handoff to Dent. Mull's going to keep it himself around the right side, and he is going to be met by some Pirates and brought down about the 26-yard line. That's going to be a 4-yard pickup for Adam Mull, but it's good enough for a Lions first down. Now go ahead and give us some score updates, Zach.
Don't have many score updates. The only one where I've seen any action has been Corden Central at Providence. Providence up 14-0.
I expect Providence probably to run away with that one, if I was to guess. Yes. If I was a betting man, which I'm not. Okay, so we will have some more after this play. For the first down and 10, Lions on the own 26-yard line from the Pirates 26. Ball under center. There's the snap. Toss left to Dent, who's got some blocking in front of him, but is hit pretty hard from the back. And he's going to pick up 5 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Lions after a 5-yard pickup for number 4, Logan Dent.
Yeah, Dent's already at 61 rushing yards this game.
Yeah, he's going to have a big one tonight. So some other score updates we've got is Paoli against Mitchell. Paoli's up 21-0. And West Washington up over Crawford County 7-0. Lions back to the line here, 2nd and 5 on the Pirates 21. Ball under center, Deaton in the backfield, one receiver outright. There's a snap, toss to the right to Karis Moore. Takes around the right side, doesn't really have anywhere to go, and is chased down from behind and brought down at the 18-yard line. So that's going to be about a 3-yard pickup there for number 7, Karis Moore, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Lions on their own, on the Pirates' 28-yard line.
That was another run where we made something out of nothing. You know, we're getting pretty good at this game.
If you can pick up a couple yards at any point, that's a good thing to have.
As long as you're not going backwards.
Yep. Mole in gun, Dent on his left, 2 receivers out left, 3rd and 2 for the Lions. There's a snap. Mole's going to keep it himself, cut up the middle, and break a couple tackles. He's going to cross the 10-yard line and be brought down at the 9-yard line. So that's going to be an 8-yard pickup there for number 1, Adam Mole. And that's going to set up the Lions for a 1st and goal at the Pirates' 9-yard line.
That was an athletic move there by the quarterback, Mole. Just a juke and jive up the middle.
Yep, little couple jump cuts there, and got the 1st down and a few more yards, and set the Lions up 1st and 9 on the Pirates' 9-yard line. 1st and goal on the Pirates' 9-yard line. Ball under center, Deaton and Dent in the backfield, 1 receiver on each side. There's a snap, toss out left to Dent, and he is going to be brought down, but not before he makes it down to the 2-yard line. So a 7-yard gain there for Logan Dent. That's going to set up 2nd and 2, and I expect to see a QB sneak here for the Lions.
Yeah, I expect something power up the middle.
Yep. So with 9:45 to go here, Lions lead 16-0 over the Pirates in the 2nd quarter. Knocking on the goal line here. They come back to the line here. Deaton and Dent in the backfield. Mole under center. 1 receiver on both sides. And there is the snap. Toss out left to Dent. And he's met in the backfield, breaks the tackle, and walks into the end zone. And the Lions put some more points on the board with a Logan Dent 2-yard touchdown.
Bang, 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 bang! Vamonos, vamonos! Bang, bang, bang! Vamonos, vamonos!
So the Lions currently lead as the board is 22-0 with 9:23 here to go in the 2nd quarter. But we are waiting on the 2-point conversion. The Lions back to line, Mole in gun, Dent on his right, 1 receiver out right. There's the snap. Fake hand off to Dent, hands around the right side to Deaton, and he is trying to get to the edge, breaks the tackle, but is stopped short of the goal line. So the score is going to stay 22-0, and with 9:23 to go here, and Noah Deaton took a big hit there on the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that was an awkward landing, you know, kind of went down and the player across the top.
Yep. So we're going to step aside for a short commercial break here. We're going to hear from the City of Salem, and we will be right back.
The City of Salem Parks and Recreation Department is planning activities for your children and will have several events and opportunities this fall and winter. And don't forget to take advantage of our facilities at DePaul Park and Riley's Place Playground. Shelters are available to reserve by calling the office at 812-883-2895. There is an outside grill, picnic tables, and 4 basketball goals. Community Park on Salem's east side has a variety of activities, from basketball and tennis to skateboarding, and it's also the location for t-ball games, youth baseball, and adult softball leagues almost every evening and weekend. If you would like to reserve a field, please contact the Parks Department. Also, there is playground equipment, a covered shelter and picnic area, and volleyball and a basketball court at Elizabeth Street Park. For additional information, call Tom Foltz at 812-883-2895 or stop by his office in City Hall.
And we are back at Jim Ralston Field, where your Lions now lead the Pirates 22-0 with 9:23 here to go in the 2nd quarter, and the Lions are set for the kickoff, and that's number 8, Braxton Dean, in to kick. Back deep to receive for the Pirates, we've got number 6, Keon Davis, and number 17, Noah Phillips. There's the kick. It's around the right side, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 25, so that's going to give the Pirates 1st and 10 on the 40. Am I correct on that, Zach?
I'm not sure what it is for high school ball.
I think it's 40. I'm not for sure either. 35-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Oh, they're re-kicking. I have never seen that.
Don't see that very often.
So when you kick the ball out of bounds, the receiving team gets the option of a re-kick or the ball at the 35-yard line. But this is the first time I've ever seen a team pick the re-kick.
I think I've only seen it a couple times in the pro ball.
Oh, so now they kick from the 35 versus the 40. So we've got an illegal kick out of bounds for the Lions. That's going to be their third penalty, I believe, on the night. It is. It's a 5-yard penalty, so not a big one. But again, back deep to receive for the Pirates is number 6, Keon Davis, and number 17, Noah Phillips. Number 8, Braxton Dean for the Lions is set to kick, and we're waiting for the signal from the ref here. There it is, and Braxton with the kick. It's again across the ground, fielded at the 41, and he runs it back across the 50, and is getting pushed back by the Lions, so the Pirates are going to take over 1st and 10 on the 50-yard line, so midfield starting position for the Pirates.
Yeah, that was number 5, Sloan Roberts on the carry. They have him listed as a 6'2", 180 sophomore at wide receiver. That's a big receiver.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big kid. Another score update from West Washington is the West Washington Senators now lead the Crawford County Wolfpack 21-0 with 7:52 to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 for the Pirates, 9:16 to go here, 22-0 the Lions lead before halftime. Pirates come out and gun through receivers outright. There's a snap. Hester's going to keep it around the right side and be chased down from behind by number 55, Noah Dalton. But he does gain a yard, so it's going to be a 2nd and 9 for the Pirates.
Brandon, like you talked about in the pregame show, Salem's got to capitalize on the turnovers that Charlestown creates, and that's happened here tonight about as well as you can ask.
Yep, the Pirates have 2 turnovers plus a turnover on down, and the Lions have put points on the board all 3 times. So the Pirates come back to the line here. 2nd and 9 on the Lions, 49. 3 receivers set out left. Hester in the gun with number 28 behind set. There's the fake handoff to number 28. Boomer's going to keep it himself and take it across the 45-yard line and be brought down at the Lions' 44-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 5 for number 3, Boomer Hester, and it's going to set up a 3rd and 4 for the Pirates.
It's not been very often we've seen sorry, this is coming in through my mic.
Zach's trying to figure it out here.
It's not very common we have our opponents in 3rd down and 5 or longer.
Nope. So 3rd and 4 here for the Pirates on the Lions 44. There's the snap. Hester looks to his right, throws, and the pass is tipped at the line by number 8, Braxton Dean, and falls to the ground. The intended receiver there was number 17, Zach? Number 17, for Noah Phillips for Charlestown. But Braxton Dean threw his arms up in the air and broke up the play.
Salem secondary came to play, too.
Yep, absolutely.
Both sides of the ball, this is the most we've played as a unit.
Yep. We talked about it early in the game. Got to put 2 parts together. So big 4th down here for the Pirates. 4th and 4, 3 receivers out left, 1 receiver out right. Hester in the gun. There's the snap. Fake handoff to number 28. Hester keeps it himself. Does make it to the 40 and across it, I believe, to the 39. So there's going to be a 5-yard pickup and a 1st down for the Pirates.
That was a shot Boomer took there in the middle. He got stood up and just rocked by the Salem defense.
Yep, he did get hit hard, and a few of those hits after a while, you get tired of it.
7:39 left in the first half, 22-0 Salem over Charlestown.
Yep. So 1st and 10 on the Lions 39. Hester in the gun, 2 receivers out left, 1 receiver out right. There's the snap, handoff to number 28, Shields around the right side. He's met at the line, but does fight his way forward for a pickup of 1. So it's going to be I think it's a pickup of 1. We're not really sure what's going on here. So he is going to gain 0 yards. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 for the Pirates on the Lions' 39-yard line. They've subbed their running back out, Shields, and I don't know if he did something wrong in practice this week, but he is not getting much playing time.
Yeah, we're not seeing much from Shields.
So there's Hester in the gun, running back on his right. There's the snap. Hester rolls out looking to throw, doesn't have anywhere to go, is met in the backfield by a Lion, and is going to be brought down for a 2-yard loss. And that was number 4, Logan Dent, who just subbed into the game for the Lions.
Yeah, we don't see Dent much on defense, but he showed up big time that time.
No, we saw Noah Dalton running his mouth on the field, and Coach Leasing didn't like it, so he subbed him out, put Dent in, and Dent comes in with a sack for a 3-yard sack, or 2-yard sack.
You know, one thing we got to credit here is Salem's getting penetration on defense.
Yeah.
We haven't had that much all season.
Yep. Pirates face a 3rd and 12 here on the Lions, 41, 2 receivers out left, 2 receivers out right. Hester in gun with Shield lined up, Whalen lined up beside it. There's a snap, quick screen pass number 17, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. Does gain about 3 yards on the pass play there, so it's going to bring up a 4th and 7, gained about 5 yards. It's going to be a 4th and 8 for the Pirates. 5:40 to go here in the second quarter. Lions lead 22-0.
Yet another 4th down Charlestown's faced in this first half.
Yep, and they have just taken a timeout. So before the 4th and 8, the Pirates are taking a timeout, and we will be back after a commercial break.
Drew and Johnson Scott here to tell you that American Family Insurance is committed to protecting your dream home so that your family has a place to share laughs, celebrations, and milestones, which is why their new homeowner discount rewards customers who have purchased a new home in the last 3 years with a discount on their homeowner's policy. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Contact Rodney Bruff, agent at Rodney S. Bruff Agency Incorporated at 812-277-1400 today.
Discount and savings amounts and eligibility will vary. Some restrictions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6,000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
So the Pirates now face a 4th and 8 here with 5:35 to go in the second quarter. The Lions currently lead 22-0, but the Pirates face a 4th and 8 on the Lions' 37-yard line. They are back to the line through receiver set out right, 1 receiver out left. Hester in the gun. There's the snap, fake handoff to Hester, or hands it off to Hester on the right side, breaks it forward through the Lions line, and is off and running across the 20, across the 15, breaks the tackle, and is brought down, but there's a fumble, and we're not really sure what's going on here. They've blown the play dead down here. Adam Moll's running the other way with the ball. All right, Zach, there's some confusion here, and we don't know what's going on.
I'm not exactly sure what happened. I saw Boomer with the ball down here, and then I turned around, and Mole's in the other end zone.
It was an inadvertent whistle here from the refs. Mole had the ball running down the field by himself. The refs blew it dead. I'm assuming they're going to give the Lions the ball down here, I'm guessing.
We're waiting to see what the officials sort out here.
Yeah, the refs have taken both teams off the field here. They are meeting at the 20-yard line to talk about it. It should be a touchdown for the Lions, but they did blow it dead.
You know, this brings up a good point. Boomer, I'd say, is their star player, but he hasn't been doing very good with ball security. He carries it kind of way out there.
Yes.
It's easy to get punched out.
We did see a new formation from Charlestown there. They brought in, we've talked about him, number 17, Noah Phillips at quarterback. Put Boomer Hester as running back, which is his actual main position. However, they handed it to Boomer. He did pick up the first down, gained about another 20 yards, but we're not sure what's going on here. He did fumble in the process sometime.
Like we said, we're not sure what happened. We saw Boomer running, then we look up and Mole's in the end zone on the other side.
Yeah. So the Lions have given the Lions the ball. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Salem. We don't know where. I'm guessing the 20 probably.
We're going to have to wait and see where they spot this ball.
Yeah, so it is going to stay as a fumble for the Pirates here. So the Lions are going to take over 1st and 10 on the 21, 22. Yep. So the Lions take over 1st and 10 on their own 22 after all the confusion. They lead 22-0 with 5:17 here to go in the second quarter, and they're already set at the line. Mole is going to be under center with Deaton and Dent in the backfield, a receiver on both sides. Again, 1st and 10 for the Lions. There is the snap, toss to the right to Dent. Cuts it up the middle, breaks the tackle, breaks another tackle, crosses the 25, and is tripped down at the 30 out of bounds. So it's going to be a 8-yard pickup for number 4, Logan Dent, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 2 for the Lions on their own 30-yard line.
You know, you can just see the emotion here from Charlestown. Any emotion towards this game, they're starting to lose it.
Yep, and they would be a lot better of a football team if they could hold on to the ball. 2nd and 2 for the Lions on their own 30-yard line. Ball under center, Deaton and Dent in the backfield, a receiver on both sides. There's the snap, and handoff to Deaton up the middle, and he's got a hole. He crosses the 35 and is brought down at the 39. So that's going to be a 9-yard pickup there for number 6, Noah Deaton, but it's going to be good enough for a Lions first down.
Salem, we just can't do any wrong here on offense.
Yep, we have not really, I don't know if we faced a 4th down today. I don't think we have.
Not one comes to mind.
1st and 10 for the Lions on their own 39 here. 4:50 to go. There's the snap, toss around to Dent. He's around the left side, cuts it up the middle, and is brought down, and that's going to be a 4-yard pickup for Logan Dent, and I think that's probably his shortest run of the night.
He had a couple 3-yard carries.
Okay, so we're right there, but he hasn't had less than 3 yards.
You know, it was 3 yards before there was any contact with him.
Yep. Yeah, they did. Charlestown did make a great tackle there. The Lions back to the line, 2nd and 6 here on their own 43-yard line. Mole in gun, one receiver outright. There's the snap, and Mole drops back to throw, throws it to Braxton Dean on the outside, who catches it at the 47, breaks the tackle, across the 50, across the 45, and is brought down at the 37-yard line. So that's going to be a 20-yard pickup there for the Lions on the pitch and catch to number 8, Braxton Dean.
Yeah, Dean, by far, Mole's favorite target this season, with the vast majority of the receptions.
Yep, absolutely. I think I've got it wrote down here somewhere. But it was just a short little 5-yard out route there. Dean's got 13 receptions and 203 yards on the year and a touchdown. So the Lions 1st and 10 on the Pirates 38. And Mole in gun. There's the snap. Fake handoff to Dent. Mole's going to follow him. He stiff arms the tackler and is brought down in the backfield for a loss of 1. He was hit hard, but he looks okay. Now, I can't speak the same for the Charlestown kid as he is on the ground. He is up, so he's trotting off the field. So it's going to be a loss of 1 for Adam Mole on the carry there. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 11. 3:25 to go here. Lions lead 22-0 before halftime. So Lions come to the line, 2nd and 11 on the Pirates' 39-yard line. Ball under center, Deaton and Dent in the backfield, a receiver on both sides. There's a snap, and it's going to be blown dead, and it's a flag, and I'm guessing it's on Salem. What is it going to be here? A false start on Salem, so that's going to be set them back 5 yards. So instead of 2nd and 11, they will now face a 2nd and 16 on the Pirates' 44-yard line.
Salem's already tallied up 29 yards in penalties.
Yep.
In his first half.
Charlestown has 0, is that correct? Correct. So Charlestown is doing well in that phase of the game. That's about the only one. 2nd and 16 for the Lions on the Pirates' 44. 3:09 to go. Lions lead 22-0 before halftime. Ball under center, Deaton and Dent in the backfield, a receiver on both sides. There's a snap and toss around the right side to Dent, who cuts it up the middle, has a hole, he's off and running, he's across the 30, across the 25, across the 20, one man to beat, he's at the 10, he's at the 5, and dives to the goal line, and he is in, so a 44-yard touchdown carry for number 4, Logan Dent, and the Lions now have taken the lead 28-0 before the 2-point conversion. Big run from Logan Dent.
Bang, 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 bang! Vamonos, vamonos! Bang, bang, bang! Vamonos, vamonos!
So the Lions have put 6 more points on the board here before the 2-point conversion, and the Lions now lead 28-0 as they line up for the 2-point conversion. Mole under center, Deaton and Dent in the backfield, a receiver outright. There's the snap toss. Fake toss to Dent. Mole's going to throw. He throws it to the back corner to Karis Moore, who catches it, and he is in. So that's going to put the Lions up 30-0 after the 2-point conversion with 2:59 here to go in the second quarter. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we will be right back.
Congress is poised to pass a bill to keep AM radio in cars, but time is running out. 82 million Americans risk losing the news, sports, talk, traffic, and vital emergency information they rely on. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to pass this bill now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
So we are back from the short commercial break where the Lions have just now taken the lead 30-0 over the Pirates with 2:59 here to go before halftime. And this is the best football team we have seen from the Lions this year so far.
You know, we put 5 more points on the board at the running clock.
Yep, absolutely, as long as we don't allow Charlestown to score. So with 2:59 here to go before halftime, Lions now lead 30-0, and they are set for the kickoff.
No, Salem, we've done pretty much what we've done all year, and Charlestown just doesn't have an answer.
No, they don't. Their defense looks awful right now. So we got number 8, Braxton Dean, in to kick for the Lions. Back keep to receive for the Pirates is number 6, Keon Davis. There's the kick. It's a low kick, and he shouldn't have touched it, but it's fielded by number 17, Noah Phillips, and he is on the return across the 35, brought down at the 39-yard line. So the Pirates will start this drive before halftime here, 1st and 10 on their own 39, and number 17, Noah Phillips, got up limping right there, Zach.
Yeah, he was one of the key players I had tonight. You know, you don't hate to see any player injured.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I hate to say this. We had some key players for Charlestown, but I haven't seen one yet.
I know. They can't get anything put together.
No. They have not really.
They only have 77 total rushing yards this first half.
Yeah, and they don't really have very many first downs, if any, actually.
You know,
they have one.
Mole had that on that one carry.
Yep. So, Pirates back to the line. There's the snap. It's a low fumbled snap. Hester finally just falls on it, but it's going to be a big loss for the Pirates down to the 28-yard line. So that's going to be an 11-yard fumble mistake, or snap mistake there for the Pirates. So now they face a 2nd and 21 for the Pirates on their own 28-yard line. But yeah, like you were saying, you know, 77 yards of offense isn't a lot in one half.
No, it is not.
So we've got a new quarterback in. Looks like number 11, Christian Grayson, a sophomore. There's the snap. He hands it to Boomer around. He cuts it up the middle, breaks a couple tackles, and is brought down at the 33-yard line. So it's going to be a 5-yard pickup for number 3, Boomer Hester. Looks like Charlestown's going back to their old ways, I'm guessing. They have brought another quarterback in.
They really just don't have an answer. You know, the Lions' defense is doing everything right. The offense is doing everything right.
Yep.
They just don't have an answer.
So 3rd and 16 for the Pirates here on their own 33. Lions lead 30-0, minute 40 to go here before halftime. 2 receivers out right. There's a snap. He looks right to throw. He throws across the middle. It broke up and falls to the ground. The intended receiver there was number 17, Noah Phillips, and he is still on the ground, slow to get up. There's another Pirate on the field, down on the ground.
There is a flag on the play.
There's a flag where the injured player is. So Charlestown currently has 2 players down, and a flag on the play. And one of them is number 74, Jackson Miller, a 220, 5'11 sophomore, but he looks like he's okay getting off the field. The other Pirate down is number 17, Noah Phillips, who we mentioned got up limping on the kickoff return.
Kind of grabbing, holding his arm.
Yep. He made a jumping attempt at the ball. He did get hit hard, but he is off the field.
Like we said, you hate to see injured players for either team.
Yep, absolutely. So the flag is unsportsmanlike. Oh, he got ejected. So there has been an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Lions. Looks like that's number 78, Jacob Met, for the Lions, and the player has been ejected for the Lions. I missed what happened. Did you see it, Zach?
It must have been down here where that injured player was.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's probably what it was. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty for the Pirates, against the Lions for the Pirates. So it's going to be should be an automatic first down, right? Or is it going to be 4th and 1 here?
I missed that whole thing that happened down here.
Yeah, we don't really know what happened. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Pirates after the 15-yard penalty, I believe. Right? Okay, so it's going to be 4th and 1 at the Lions' 48-yard line. That was confusing there. Didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, we kind of missed the whole deal that just happened.
So 4th and 1 for the Pirates. I expect this to be a handoff to Boomer Hester up the middle here. The Lions obviously need to be looking for that. They come out in gun. Hester on the left. There's the snap. Handoff to Hester up the middle, who pushes forward, gets the first down, is still pushing forward across the 50 and dragging Lions across the 45 and is brought down at the 41-yard line. So that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Pirates on the Lions' 41-yard line. So minute 25 to go here. Lions lead 30-0. Pirates are trying to put some points on the board before halftime.
There's been a lot of weird things happening in the second quarter, Brandon.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened there with the ejection. You don't really see that normally after just one flag.
Yeah, normally you get a warning.
Yeah. So Charlestown comes to the line, 2 receivers out right, 1 receiver out left. Hester on the right of the quarterback. There's the snap. Handoff to Hester. He cuts it up the middle. Is met at the line, breaks the tackle, crosses the 35, still running hard across the 30. He's going to be short of the first down, I believe, but no.
They gave it to him.
Oh, they did give it to him. Okay. So he's across the 30. My mistake. It was a 12-yard pickup there for Boomer Hester. Down to the 29-yard line. He needed the 31, got to the 29. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Pirates. 50 seconds to go here before halftime, and Charlestown does not look like they're in a hurry.
They've kind of found their identity putting Boomer running back on our quarterback.
There's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's got a slant. He's got a receiver down the field, and it looks like he overthrew him, and he did in the end zone. It was an overthrow. The intended receiver was,
I believe it was number 6.
Number 6, Keon Davis. That's who I thought it was. Number 11, Christian Grayson, again, now is in at quarterback. It was a good-looking ball. He just overthrew him a little bit.
Yeah, it was kind of a little tough throw to throw in high school ball.
Yep. So the Pirates now are going to come to the line, 2nd and 10, 36 and a half seconds to go here before halftime. Lions lead 30-0. Ball is currently on the Lions' 29-yard line. Grayson in gun, Hester on his right, 3 receivers outright. There's the snap, and he rolls out looking to throw. Throws it to across the right, and it's intercepted at the 15 by Adam Mull, and he's on the return across the 25, trots out of bounds at the 32-yard line, 34-yard line. So that's going to be another turnover for the Pirates here before halftime, and this is just
getting out of hand.
It is, and I mentioned in the notes, can't let the game get out of hand, and Charlestown has done exactly that.
You know, you got to give credit. Adam Mull's having a heyday right now.
So
both sides of the ball.
There's a flag on the play.
I'm missing all these flags.
I am too. They said the far sideline, so we really can't see it over here. It looks like it's going to be on Charlestown because they're counting. No, it's on the Lions. I'm guessing on the return. Yeah, block in the back. So it's going to be a block in the back on the interception return. So Lions will keep the ball 1st and 10 here on their own 14-yard line. 27 seconds to go here.
Salem already has 54 yards in penalties this first half.
Yep. Ball under center. Deaton and Dent in the backfield. There's the snap. Mole tosses it to the right to Dent. He's off to the run and to the right. And he crosses the 15. Doesn't really have anywhere to go past that. Does fight forward down to the 20. So it's going to be a 6-yard pickup for Logan Dent. And clock is running down, and I think that's probably going to be the end of the first half here.
Yeah, Salem's not in a hurry.
Yep, they're not taking any timeouts with 5 seconds to go. So at halftime, your Salem Lions are leading the Charlestown Pirates 30-0, and that is the best half of football we have seen this year from Salem. We're going to have a few words here with Coach Gleason, hopefully, as long as Zoe can catch him. Zoe's walking out there to him. She's not in. All right, Coach Gleason, can you hear us?
Yes.
All right, Coach, best half of football we've seen from you guys this year. What was something different you did to the team this week?
I think we're just going harder than them right now. We're trying to make them turn it over. We had an interception, a couple of fumbles. We covered, and it's helped us. And we've made some big plays. We've been able to run a power game in our game, and that's what we want to do. And that's a big deal. So it's exciting to be out the game starting over. Charlestown scored 40 points last week, so we can do it.
What was the ejection about about right there before halftime?
I'm not quite sure. We'll look at it on video. They said there was a punch thrown. We'll have to look at it.
All right, Coach. We appreciate it. Thank you. So, at halftime, the Lions currently lead the Pirates 30-0. We will step aside for our halftime break, and we will be back in about 10 minutes here with some first half stats courtesy of Zach.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to another week of our great discussions with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Paul, tournament time, as we talk about this time of year, every year, it's one of the great times in the competitive schedule of the IHSAA. Girls golf finals coming up at Prairie View. 6 of the top 10 from last year have returned to come and compete. As we mentioned, Prairie View and Carmel. What a weekend it will be of great golf up at Prairie View.
As I said many times, Coach, and incredible partnerships with incredible people make for great experience for our student athletes, and that's certainly across all of our sports scene, but that is also with our Prairie View team up there. And yeah, it's going to be a heck of a course. And it's always fun too. Pioneer and Corden Central, their schools are represented by individuals for the first time ever in the state. Wow! So there's a couple kids there that a couple schools that'll be represented in the golf state final that have never been there before. We've got several players that are shooting in the 60s at the sectional and regional round. And then, it's going to be great golf. And, if you ever want to have a chance to come out and watch girls compete at the highest level in the state, Prairie View Golf Course is just a phenomenal place to watch the course. You can get your walk in for the day, and just watch these kids participate, because there's a lot of the way they set the course up. It challenges the skill, but it makes the best golfers show out, and so we're excited about it.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. All right, Paul, we talk about this a lot, as we should. Soccer pairing show was over the weekend. Next week we're going to start the soccer tournament. Paul Condry and I, will be joining you and your staff next Sunday for the IHSAA football pairing show. We're at that point in the year where literally every weekend is an incredibly important weekend for everyone.
It is, and we had a draw show Sunday, and Coach, one thing, I just saw the numbers a minute ago. We were over 8,000 more people watched the soccer draw show this past Sunday than they did the year before. Wow. And so it just shows me that there's still just a lot of interest in what's going on in the high school scene. But yeah, we're there. The other thing that's here is tennis. We actually started the tennis team, our tournament this week, and so they're starting their march to the state championship. So I'm excited. The draw shows are a lot of fun, and we love hosting you and Paul in the studio when we put the football show on, and it's a great show because you guys are both so well versed in football and what's going on around the state.
Well, you're very kind. We try our best. It's also, it is a pressure-packed situation, to be honest. No matter how many years you do it, we recognize how important these pairing shows are, and we also recognize that the IHSA Champions Network is unequaled by anyone else in the country.
Yeah, it is. It's a special, and we have so much free content, Coach. We talk about that a lot. We can't broadcast everything just because of the sheer numbers of it, but everything we do at the first two levels of the tournament, the sectional and the regional, are free to watch. And then, there is a fee when we get to semi-state and state finals, but we try to offer value and a free opportunity to watch high school students participate.
Well, you do it, and you do it well. Week number 7 of the high school football season coming up. That is absolutely hard to believe, but here we are. Week number 7, obviously, then on the 13th, the pairing show. And I'm predicting, without looking, great weather, because law of averages, we need to have some good weather on Friday.
We do. It's time, and everything I see around the state. I think we got our rain in last weekend, and we're going to let the sun come out and enjoy some nice weather here the last few weeks of the regular season.
He is the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. This is our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA related. Great time to go out and watch great tournament play, catch football, everything going on this week. Paul, thank you so much. We'll talk next week.
Thanks, Coach, and we'll look forward to talking to you soon.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
This is Becky White from WSLM, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Are you ready for a touchdown of savings? It's football season, and we're kicking off the biggest sale of the year at John Jones Auto Group. Whether you're tailgating or heading to the big game, we've got the perfect ride for you. From sporty SUVs to family-friendly minivans, every vehicle is priced to win. Plus, enjoy unbeatable trade-in deals, 0% financing, and available service contracts that keep you covered long after the final whistle. So why wait? Gear up for greatness with John Jones Auto Group. We're your winning team for the best cars and deals around. Visit us today at one of our 4 convenient locations, Salem, Scottsburg, Greenville, or Corydon, or check us out online at johnjonesautogroup.com. And remember, John Jones Auto Group, we see so many because they pay so little. John Jones supports our Salem Lions. Good luck tonight, and go team.
The Boyd County Tire call. Big or small, they service all. They have the main brand tires, you know, to keep it moving on down the road. They got tires for driving means. They even got them for your farm machine. You can call them day or night. Do Boyd County Tire does it right. Big or small, we service all. Do Boyd County Tire.
See your Michelin dealer today for the Michelin Defender tire. It's the tire that delivers what you want. Outstanding safety, more miles and fuel efficiency, all backed by an 80,000-mile limited warranty. Don't sacrifice. Ask for the Michelin Defender tire today at your local Michelin dealer. Find the right Michelin tire and get the expert service you deserve at DuBois County Tire and Supply in Jasper, Davis County Tire and Supply in Washington, and Knox County Tire and Supply in Vincent. See manufacturer's limited warranty book for details.
Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Planning to buy some land or build a new home or maybe put up a fence? Do you know your property line? Are you in a floodplain? When it comes to surveying your property, call someone you can trust with years of experience. That's McAllister Land Consulting. Call 812-274-0860. Providing fast, friendly service at reasonable rates. McAllister Land Consulting can provide a wide range of services, including residential and commercial certified land surveys, flood elevation certificates, and land usage consulting. Get to know your property. Call McAllister Land Consulting for a free quote today at 812-274-0860. Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounder is coming on the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sidelines. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long. Papa John's is bringing back their New York-style pizza for a limited time only for only $10.99. The oversized pizza has 8 big, foldable slices with just the right balance of crust and toppings. You'll feel like you're having a slice of pizza on the streets of New York, but without the traffic. Order one today online or with your Papa John's app or call the Salem location at 812-883-3369. Each New York pizza is just $10.99 for a one-topping pie. The New York-style pizza is a classic that reigns supreme, so they are excited to offer customers this foldable crust favorite made with fresh, never-frozen dough. Remember, better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Order one today at 812-883-3369.
Do you wonder what it would be like to live without hip or knee pain? Joint replacement at Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine makes it easier than you think. Schneck is proud to be one of the first in the region to offer Mako robotic arm-assisted joint replacement surgery. This latest advancement transforms the way joint replacements are performed. Mako allows your surgeon to provide you with a personalized surgical experience based on your specific diagnosis and anatomy. This means less soft tissue damage and greater bone preservation, less blood loss, less pain, fewer days in the hospital, and faster recovery. Taking a walk, riding a bike, and playing with your grandchildren. These are just a few of the simple joys in life. But for those with bone and joint pain, these simple joys are often too painful or unbearable to truly enjoy. With Mako robotic arm-assisted surgery at Schneck, you can get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at SchneckOrtho.com.
Got land? Want cash? Vital Farms is here to help. Become an egg farmer and we'll set you up with our best-in-class support team. Teach you egg farming our way and compensate you fairly for the eggs you produce. Call 844-494-VITAL today to learn how you can transform tree-filled or underutilized land into cash flow for your family. Again, our number is 844-494-VITAL or apply online at vitalfarms.com/farmers.
Hoosier fans, it's a new era of Indiana football. Catch the action as head coach Kurt Signetti leads your Hoosiers in the Memorial Stadium on Saturday, September 28th against the Maryland Terrapins. Purchase your tickets today for all the remaining home games this fall by calling 812-855-4006 or by visiting IUHoosiers.com. Cheer on the Hoosiers to victory and help back the Rock. Go, IU.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Congress is poised to pass a bill to keep AM radio in cars, but time is running out. 82 million Americans risk losing the news, sports, talk, traffic, and vital emergency information they rely on. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to pass this bill now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Hear every big play, every touchdown, and every win. Spins away from it. He's got it wide open for a touchdown. Jump on the Boilermaker Special. Boiler up, Purdue fans. Purdue travels to Weiser Stadium to face Oregon State. Join us live this Saturday. Our coverage begins at 7:30. Right here on your home for Purdue Boilermakers football.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Green flag is in the air. Ross Chastain on the inside.
Playoff round of 12 begins.
Turn number 2, Denny Hamlin is around. He does a smoking 360-degree spin
at Kansas Speedway. Chris Buescher by 10 car lengths. Checkered flag in the air. It's the Hollywood Casino 400, presented by ESPN Bet.
All right, and we are back here at Salem High School tonight, where the Lions currently lead the Pirates 30-0 at halftime. Big first half for the Lions, Zach. You have some stats. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, by far the best first half the Lions have had all season. Up 30-0, spreading the ball around. All had a touchdown. Dent had 2 touchdowns. Deaton had a touchdown. You know, we're just giving out touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, it's like Oprah Winfrey show. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown.
Exactly. All right, as we get into the nitty-gritty with these stats, Mull.
Obviously unofficial stats here.
Yeah,
Zach does the best. Zach and I do our best here. but it's probably not 100% correct.
Mole comes in today the first half with 97 rushing yards on 6 attempts. Of course, he did have that 96-yard touchdown. 76-yard touchdown for the first score of the game. So that brings his average to 16.2 yards a carry. He's also has 50% passing, 1 for 2 for 20 yards. We really haven't seen much passing from Salem. You know, the way we're running the ball, it's hard to get away from.
Yeah, we haven't needed to throw the ball yet. We've only been in like 2 third downs, I think, and both were converted.
Dent, of course, is leading the Lions in the first half in rushing with 132 yards on 13 attempts for an average of 10.2 yards a carry. Deaton comes in 42 yards on 4 attempts, and Moore has 2 carries for 13 yards. So we're getting the ball spread out here.
Yep, and one of Deaton's carries did go for a 14-yard touchdown. Logan Dent had a 44-yard touchdown, I believe.
Yeah, 44 and then a 2-yard touchdown.
Yep. So again, the Lions' offense here is rolling tonight. However, we have not seen anything, I think, that we expected out of Charlestown tonight.
No, it is not. And one quick note is Braxton Dean has the only reception of the night for the Lions.
Yeah, and that's the one completion that Adam has. The second one was an attempted deep ball to Braxton. Unfortunately, Adam did overthrow him, was unable to connect there. But the Lions' offense is rolling. Now, another thing I want to talk about here is how weird this first half has been. We have seen an ejection. Go ahead.
Do you want to carry on and do the Charlestown stats?
Oh, yeah, I thought you were done. My fault.
Real quick here, Boomer Hester, by far, been the man tonight for Charlestown. It was expected. He has 14 attempts for 66 yards, averaging 4.7 yards a carry. Number 28, Ryan Shields, has 3 attempts for 34 yards, but he had the costly fumble on the opening drive. And then, as we repeat here, Boomer also has 1 for 3 passing, 33 yards, and Charlestown has 5 total passing yards tonight. And then there was a pass by number 11, Grayson. He has 2 picks and an incompletion. So not much happened there for Charlestown.
Yeah, and we have seen one thing we talked about. Are you done?
Yeah, you can go on.
One thing that we talked about pregame is I brought up in my key points that Charlestown was a turnover-ridden team, had 12 turnovers on the year coming into this game, and I believe they already have 3 tonight.
They have 4.
2 interceptions, 2 fumbles.
Correct. Adam Mole had an interception here just before halftime, and Ethan Campbell had an interception. Then, of course, number 22 and Hester had a fumble.
Yep. So the number 22 had a fumble? Hester had 2 fumbles, right?
28 had a fumble.
Oh, okay. I thought Hester had 2 fumbles.
No, Hester had 1 fumble.
Okay, and that was the controversial fumble that we had in the first half where Adam just kind of took the ball out of the kid's hand, started returning it. However, the refs did not see that, blew the play dead. They did grant the Lions the turnover, but it could have been another touchdown for the Lions. They did end up scoring on the drive, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But they could have been a touchdown a lot earlier there. Another thing I want to talk about is we talked about Ryan Shields, number 28 for the Pirates in the first half. He was the number 1 tackler on the team, had the most kick return yards in the conference. We have not seen him. We haven't seen
any play from him, really.
No, really. He hasn't been on the field very much. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on down at Charlestown. But we have not seen one of the impact players very much on the field tonight at all.
Yeah, and real quick here before the kickoff, Charlestown Lions kick to Salem. Big thing for Salem, no turnovers. But that's also what killed Charlestown is they've had turnovers.
Yep.
We do need to clean up the flags, though. In the first half, the Lions had 54 yards in penalties.
On 6 flags, I believe, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Charlestown did not have a penalty in the first half. One of our flags did result in an ejection, though, for the Lions. It wasn't unsportsmanlike. Coach Gleason said the ref said punches were thrown. Not really sure what happened there.
We didn't really see it.
Yeah, we didn't see it, so we're just going with what the ref said. But for the second half here, the Pirates are kicking off to the Lions. Number 28, Ryan Shields, in to kick for the Pirates. Back deep to receive for the Lions. Number 32, Seth Ponsford, and number 6, Noah Deaton. And the second half is underway with a deep kick. Number 32, Seth Ponsford, fielded at the 10-yard line, and he is off on the return, and he is tripped up at the 27-yard line. So the Lions are going to have 1st and 10 on their own 27-yard line, and we are getting this second half rolling.
I really expect to see Salem come out swinging like we did in the first half. You know, every facet of the game, that was about as perfect as you could be.
Yep, and if you tuned in for the conversation with Coach Gleason at halftime, he said a lot of time left. Charlestown put up 40 points last week. That is true. So the Lions can't lay down here. They come to the line here. Mole under center, Deaton and Dent in the backfield, one receiver outright. So Deaton in the backfield, one receiver outright on their own 27-yard line. There's the snap to Mole. He tosses it to the right to Deaton, and he's got a blocker ahead of him, but he's got a bunch of Pirates in front of him as well, and he's going to be brought down for a 2-yard loss at the 25-yard line, and that's the best defensive play we've seen from the Pirates tonight.
Yeah, in the first half, it was 3-4 yards before there was any contact, and they read that play perfect.
Yep, there was 3 Pirates over there on the side of the field the play went to, and it looks like Coach Hawkins gave a talking to at halftime, and the Pirates look a lot better already in the first play. Lions back to line, 2nd and 12. Mole under center. There's a snap toss right to Dit, and he is met after a 2-3-yard pickup. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Lions on their own 28-yard line. And this is unfamiliar territory for the Lions tonight.
Yeah, like we talked about in the pregame show, prior to tonight, we were only a 32% conversion team. You know, you've got to convert on 3rd down to win ball games. And being up the way we are, you can't lay down.
Yep, absolutely. So 3rd and 9 for the Lions on their own 28 here. They come back to line. Mole in gun, Dent on his right, one receiver out left. And here's the snap. Mole drops back to throw. He's got Braxton Dean out wide left, who throws it, overthrows him. It was too high, and the ball falls to the ground. Again, the intended receiver was Braxton Dean. Number 6, Keon Davis on the coverage there. And we're going to see the Lions punt team for the first time tonight on a 4th and 9.
You know, just before the snap, I didn't get to say, Charlestown had their safety backed up a little bit. They were playing at about 8 yards, and they were playing at about 11 yards on that.
Yep, so it looks like Charlestown has made some adjustments at halftime. We'll see if they did to the offensive side of ball. So here is the snap, and Braxton with the kick. It's almost blocked. It's a high kick down about to 48, and it's going to take a Salem bounce, huge Salem bounce, down to the 30-and-a-half-yard line, where it's going to be down. So Charlestown is going to take over 1st and 10 here on their own 31-yard line with 10:23 to go in the third quarter. Lions lead 30-0.
That was a quick 3-and-out there for the Lions.
That was. You know? Charlestown looks a lot better already on the first 4 plays than they have the entire night.
Sure, they got a good lecture there at halftime.
I'm sure Coach Hawkins was not happy with how they played. So the Pirates break the huddle. They come to the line. It's still in at quarterback. We've got number 11, Christian Grayson. Boomer Hester on his left. 3 receivers set outright. There's a snap handoff to Hester around the right. He cuts back across the middle, finds a hole, crosses the 35, crosses the 40, and it's going to be brought down at the 41, and that's going to be right at the first down line. We'll see if they give it to him. It's going to be a 10-yard pickup there for number 3, Boomer Hester.
Yeah, that goes back to what we said in the first half, you know, Brandon. They kind of switched it up. They had Boomer quarterback, you know, running that Wildcat RPO type stuff. Now they have a different quarterback in, Hester running back, and they're starting to make headway doing that.
Yep, so they did get the first down there. So Pirates come back to the line. Grayson in gun. Hester on his left, 3 receivers out right. There's a snap. Handoff to Hester up the middle. And he pushes his way forward for a gain of about 4, 5, 6 yards. Let's see where they mark it at. They're going to take away 2 yards from him. So they're going to mark him down at the 45. So it's going to be a 4-yard pickup there for Boomer Hester. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 6 for the Pirates. right, one receiver out left. There's the snap. Handoff to Hester around the right side. He pushes his way forward, but is met by a group of Lions. He does pick up 3 yards, so it's going to be a 3rd and 3 for the Pirates on their own 48-yard line with 9:10 to go here in the third quarter. Lions lead 30-0.
Third down, it's been familiar territory today for Charlestown. Luckily, or not luckily for Salem, but luckily for Charlestown, they got a 3rd and short.
Yep.
They haven't seen that at all tonight.
Yep. So they come back to the line here. Grayson under center. Going to be a power back set here. Hester as the tailback, one receiver out left. There's the snap toss right to Hester. He has some blockers in front of him, but he breaks a tackle and still pushes his way forward. He does pick up the needed 3+1, so it's a 4-yard pickup for number 3, Boomer Hester, and he's across the 50 down to the Lions' 48-yard line.
Yeah, Hester, he just bounced off the tackle. If the defense would have had a little bit of help there wrapping up, we could have had him.
There was Noah Dalton that had him wrapped up in the backfield, but unfortunately Hester out-muscled him there and broke the tackle. So Pirates back to the line, I formation. Hester in the tailback position, 2 receivers out left. Grayson under center. There's the snap and handoff to Hester up the middle. He's got the room to run, breaks a couple tackles, and he is going to be brought down, but he is going to pick up 11 yards on the play, I believe. So it's going to be another first down for the Pirates.
It's night and day what Charlestown has going on for them, both sides of the ball in this half.
Yep, it was a 10-yard pickup there for Boomer Hester. So he got down to the 38-yard line, and Charlestown is moving the ball here with 7:55 to go. Lions lead 30-0 still. Pirates back to line, I formation, Hester in tailback position, 2 receivers out left. And there's the snap, handoff to the fullback, number 33 up the middle, and he pushes his way forward for a gain of 3 yards. And so that's going to be a 2nd and 7 for the Pirates.
Brandon, that could have been a catastrophe there for Charlestown. Their quarterback, Grayson, turned around, and his fullback was right there, and they ran into each other on the handoff.
He's not stepping off the midline. I'm sure you've heard that line before. Make sure you get your feet off the midline.
Yeah, we heard that plenty of times.
Yep. So Pirates come back to the line here, 7:15 to go. Lions lead 30-0. 2nd and 7 on the Lions' 35-yard line. Pirates in I formation. Hester as the tailback. 2 receivers out right. There's the snap toss out right to Hester. He's got some lead blocking, and he's going to fall forward across the 30-yard line down to the 28. And let's see if they did give him the first down. So that's going to be another 7-yard pickup for Boomer Hester. And as long as Charlestown can hold on to the ball here, they might put their first points on the board.
Yeah, they're putting together a drive like we haven't seen tonight, Brandon.
Absolutely. So Pirates back to the line. I formation again. Waylon at fullback, Hester at tailback, 2 receivers out right. There's snap toss right to Boomer Hester, who's got some room to run, and he pushes his way forward again for a pickup of about 8 yards. So he's going to be down at the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Pirates after the 8-yard pickup from Boomer Hester. With 6:30 to go here, the Lions now lead 30-0 still, but the Pirates are knocking on the door here at the 20-yard line, 2nd and 2. They're back to the line, I formation, Hester in the backfield at tailback, 1 receiver out left. And there's a snap to Grayson, hands it off to Waylon, the fullback, who does cross the first down line and still is pushing his way forward, and he is going to be brought down at the 16-yard line, stopped, I guess I should say, at the 16-yard line. So that's going to be a 4-yard pickup for number 33, Hayden Waylon. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Pirates at the Lions' 16-yard line. Pirates back to the line, I formation. There's the snap and a handoff to Hester up the middle. He makes a cut back to the middle, and there's a flag on the play. And so for the moment, it is a 7-yard pickup for Boomer Hester, but there is a flag on the play, and that could be a holding or it could be a face mask.
I know, Brandon. I don't know if you've noticed, Charlestown's really picked up the tempo here in the second half.
Yep, so it's a face mask on the Lions, so that's going to be a first down for the Pirates inside the 10-yard line. Going to set them up with 1st and goal here. Should be about the 4.5-yard line, I believe.
Refs are counting it off.
Yep, so that's going to be a 4.5-yard penalty there for the Pirates, and they now have first and goal at the Lions' 4-yard line. Back in I formation, Hester at tailback, Waylon at fullback, Grayson under center. There's a snap toss right to Boomer Hester, and he's around the right side, but he is brought down for a loss of a yard at the 5-yard line, and that was a great tackle there by number 3, Peyton Shockey.
Yeah, Shockey's name is called a lot on defense, and that was a great form tackle there by Shockey on the outside.
Yep, he saved a touchdown there. It was a great low hit for Shockey on much bigger Boomer Hester. So the Pirates now come to line, second and goal on the Lions' 5-yard line. Still in that I formation, Waylon at fullback, Hester in tailback. There's the snap handoff to Waylon up the middle, who's bullying his way forward and is stopped short of the goal line, but not by much. He's about the half-yard line here. So that's going to be a 4-yard pickup for number 33, Hayden Waylon, and that's going to set up the Pirates' third and goal at the half-yard line.
There's almost been a momentum change here in the second half.
Yep, but Charlestown has taken a lot of time off the clock. There's 4:45 to go here in the third. Lions lead 30-0. Charlestown looks to put their 4 points on the board. There's the snap and the handoff to Hester, who walks into the end zone, and that is a touchdown for Charlestown. They have cut this lead a little bit, 30 now to 30-6, after the 1-yard touchdown run from Boomer Hester.
Charlestown, they made some adjustments there at halftime. They came out in a completely different offensive set.
Yes, they did. Their offense looked, yes, we have not seen the I formation yet.
They went back to old school football there.
The defense for Charlestown looked tremendously better on the first drive. Their offense looked tremendously better. One thing is they held onto the ball. That's been a big thing.
That is correct.
Aided by a penalty from Salem on a face mask inside the 10-yard line. So now Charlestown sets up for the 2-point conversion, still in that I formation. Waylon at fullback, Hester at tailback, 2 receivers out left. There's the snap, fake toss to Hester. Grayson rolls out. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get in, and that's going to be a good 2-point conversion for the Pirates. So now they trail the Lions 30-8 with 4:37 to go here in the third quarter. Zach and I are going to take a short commercial break, and we will be right back.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're good at insurance, but not just any insurance. We're good at...
No.
Did you forget the parking brake? Yes, you forgot the parking brake. Insurance.
When the forecast calls for cheese ball size tail insurance.
Even shouldn't have parked under that tree. Insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Call your Washington County Farm Bureau agent, Jason Petmeyer, at 812-620-8923.
So I do have a score update from West Washington. The Senators now lead the Wolfpack 27-0 with 2:41 left in the third.
Also to carry on in the county scores, Eastern is trailing Scottsburg 44-0 in the third quarter.
Yeah, I expected that game to probably be a blowout. But for the Salem Lions, they lead the Charlestown Pirates 30-8 with 4:37 to go left in the third. Charlestown did just score a touchdown. So number 28, Ryan Shields, is in set to kick, and it's number 12 is going to kick it onside. It's going to be fielded at the 50. I believe that's by Lenny Wynn. No, that's number 18. That is going to be Dylan Walters for the Lions. Great heads-up play there from Walters to catch the onside and just go down at the 50.
Yeah, the Charlestown is a completely different team here in the second half, coming out different formations, different attitude. It's just a completely different ball team.
Absolutely. Coach Hawkins did well at halftime by teaching them. But for now, the Lions come back to the line first and 10 on the 50-yard line, 4:35 to go. Lions lead 4:35 to go in the third. Lions lead 30-8. Mole is going to come out under center. One receiver on the left, one receiver on the right. Eaton and Dent in the backfield for the Lions. The refs are getting everybody set. Mole lines up under center. And here is the snap and the toss to the right to Dent. And he's got some room to run, breaks the tackle, but is stopped at the 45-yard line. So it's going to be a 5-yard pickup for number 4, Logan Dent. And that's going to set the Lions up with a 2nd and 5.
It was good to see a 5-yard run there. That's more yards on that one carry than the whole first drive had.
Yes. Dent runs hard all the time. Good to see. the Lions break the huddle, come back to the line here. 2nd and 5 on the Pirates' 45. Mole in gun, Dent on his left, one receiver on both sides. There's the snap, and fake hands off to Dent, and Mole's going to keep it himself around the left side. It breaks a couple tackles. There's a flag on the play, and Mole does have the first down to the 38 for right now, but there is a flag on the play, and I'm not sure what it is here.
There's been a bunch of them. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I didn't really necessarily see anybody over there. It's going to be a block in the back on the Lions, so that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Am I correct on that, Zach?
I think so.
So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty, I believe. Out of the foul was the 45-yard line, so the original line of scrimmage. So it is going to be a 10-yard penalty. It's going to set the Lions back to a 2nd and 15 from their own 45-yard line, and Salem's going in the wrong direction here.
Yeah, that's the 8th penalty on the Lions tonight. 69 yards in penalties. Charlestown's yet to get flagged.
Yep, Charlestown's playing a clean game. However, it hasn't been a great one. So 2nd and 16 for the Lions here. 2nd and 15 for the Lions on their own 45. 3:52 to go in the third. Lions lead 30-8. Mole under center. Deaton and Dent in the backfield. One receiver out left. Harris Moore in motion. There's a snap toss to the right to Dent, and he's got a little bit of room to push his way forward, and he does just that for a pickup of 4 yards. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 11 for the Lions on their own 49-yard line.
This game is just a complete change. Tale of two halves.
Yep.
Charlestown came out swinging, and Salem kind of doesn't know how to respond.
Yep, and so the Lions went from a 2nd and 5, very manageable to get the first down, to now facing a 3rd and 11 here. Braxton Dean comes in with the play. Go ahead, Zach.
This has been common territory for the Lions.
Yep. 3rd and 11. Mole in gun. Dent on his right. A receiver on both sides. And here is the snap to Mole. He fakes the handoff to Dent. Keeps it himself. Cuts it across the middle. Hits the Pirate hard, but is brought down after a 5-yard pickup. So that's going to be a 4th and 6 for the Lions on their own 46. And I expect the Lions to go for this here.
Yeah, you got to. You're in 4-down territory.
Yep. 3rd and, or you're up 30-8, 4th and 6. No, they're sending on the punt team. This could be the first fake punt of the year, Zach. We haven't seen one, but I'd love to.
We'll see what happens here. Everyone's getting lined up. 2:37 left in the third quarter.
Yep. 4th and 6 for the Lions. Braxton Dean into punt. There's the snap, and the punt is almost blocked again, and it's going to be fielded at the 20 by number 6, Keon Davis. He's got the room to run around the right side, where he is pushed out of bounds after a pretty good return there at the 30, so an 11-yard return there for Keon Davis, and that's going to set the Pirates up 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, that kind of pretty much offsets the flags right there. That was a 20-yard net change of field.
Yep. So
Salem up 30-8 against the Pirates.
Yep. 2:22 to go here in the third quarter. Pirates are in the huddle. They look to put some more points on the board after a great first drive in the second half. They come back to line, I formation. Grayson under center. That's a new fullback in there. Can't see his number, but it's still got Hester in the backfield. 2 receivers out right. There's a snap. Toss around to Hester, who cuts it back across the middle. Is met by a Lion and drove backwards, but he is going to pick up about 2 yards there. So it's going to be a 2-yard pickup for Boomer Hester and bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Pirates.
Charlestown's just completely abandoned the Wildcat RPO type stuff, and they went straight to I formation, trying to run the ball down your throat.
Yep. So they break the huddle and come back to the line. Grayson under center, Whalen at fullback, Hester at tailback, 1 receiver out left. There's the snap and handoff to Hester, who cuts it back across the middle. Again, is met by a Lion and pushed backward. And he is going to gain about another 2 yards. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Charlestown Pirates on their own 34-yard line. That initial stop was made by number 54, Isaac Curtis from the Lions. So the Pirates now face a 3rd and 6 with 1:25 to go here in the third. Lions still lead 30-8.
This offense that Charlestown's coming in reminds me a lot of what North Harrison brought week 1.
Yep, just power football, and that looks like that's what they should have been doing the whole game. Grayson under center, Whalen at fullback, Hester at tailback, wide receiver out left. There's a snap, fake handoff to Hester, and he looks across the middle, throws it to number 6, Keon Davis, and the play is broke up by Lenny Wynn at the Lions 45-yard line. Great pass defense there from number 14, Lenny Wynn for the Lions. And he's only a junior, so that's good hope for next year for the Lions. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 6 for the Pirates, and they have to go for this.
Yeah, they have to, being down 30-8 with a minute left in the third quarter.
Yep. So a minute, 1 second to go here in the third quarter. Lions lead 30-8. Waylon is Hester is at running back. Grayson in gun. There's the snap. He throws it to the right quick. It's caught at the stick, but he does get the first down, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So that's going to be a first down at the 41-yard line. So that's going to be a first down for the Pirates on a pitch and catch from number 11, Christian Grayson, to number 5, Sloan Roberts.
Yeah, that quick pass, he was right at the stick, knew where to be.
Yep. Great route, great throw. So the Pirates come back to the line, 56 seconds to go here in I formation. Waylon at fullback, Hester at tailback, Grayson under center. There's the snap, toss out to right to Hester, who cuts it back up the middle, runs over a Lion, but is tripped up by another one, and he's down at the 46-yard line, so that's going to be a 5-yard carry for Boomer Hester and bring up 2nd and 5 for the Pirates.
This might turn into a good ball game.
Yep.
The way this is carrying on.
Charlestown can put some points on the board here. They put it within a 2-score game. Pirates back to the line, I formation, Hester at tailback, one receiver out left. There's a snap, hands it off to Waylon, the fullback up the middle, and he does push his way forward for a gain of 4 down to the 50. So it's going to be a 3rd and 1 for the Pirates after a 4-yard carry there from the fullback, Hayden Waylon.
I'd imagine here they're probably going to hand the ball off to Waylon again.
I think it's going to be Hester. We saw this 3rd and 1, and they handed it to Hester, so we'll see here. And there's the snap and handoff to Hester up the middle. He does get the first down and is brought down at the Lions' 48-yard line. So it's going to be a 2-yard pickup there for Boomer Hester, but it is good for a Pirates first down, and that is going to bring us to the end of the third quarter, and the Lions are going to go into the fourth quarter on defense. They lead 30-8 over the Pirates at the start of the fourth quarter, and we will be back after a short commercial break.
This is Becky White from WSLM, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Are you ready for a touchdown of savings? It's football season, and we're kicking off the biggest sale of the year at John Jones Auto Group. Whether you're tailgating or heading to the big game, we've got the perfect ride for you. From sporty SUVs to family-friendly minivans, every vehicle is priced to win. Plus, enjoy unbeatable trade-in deals, 0% financing, and available service contracts that keep you covered long after the final whistle. So why wait? Gear up for greatness with John Jones Auto Group. We're your winning team for the best cars and deals around. Visit us today at one of our 4 convenient locations, Salem, Scottsburg, Greenville, or Corden, or check us out online at johnjonesautogroup.com. And remember, John Jones Auto Group. You see so many because they paid so little. John Jones supports our Salem Lions. Good luck tonight, and go team.
And we are back, and we've got a few score updates real quick. North Harrison's over Clarksville 30-0. West Washington's over Crawford County 34-0. And we are back at our action, where Charlestown has a 1st and 10 at the Lions 48. And there's the snap and the fake handoff to the fullback, and he's got a receiver down the field. That's number 6, Keon Davis, who catches it at the 17-yard line and is brought down at the 15-yard line for a big first down play for the Pirates, and there's a flag on the play.
Wait and see what the official
flag is, I'm guessing, an ineligible man downfield because of where it's at. And it is, I think it is. Is that correct? Dead ball foul. Illegal formation on the Pirates. So that's going to negate the big 30-yard pass play for the Pirates.
That's a momentum killer.
It is, absolutely. So that's going to be their first penalty of the game.
And a big one at that.
But it is an untimely penalty for the Pirates. So now, instead of a 1st and 10 inside the 15, they're going to be facing a 1st and 15 at their own 47-yard line, and that is the Pirates' first penalty of the game. So 1st and 15 from their own 47. Charlestown comes back to line, I formation. There's the snap and handoff to Hester, who's got some room up the middle. He breaks it loose a little bit, but runs into a Lion running backwards. But he does cross the 50, and it makes it back to the Lions' 40. So that's going to be about a 13-yard pickup there for Boomer Hester, and that's going to set up a 2nd and 2 for the Pirates.
They're using tempo here for Charlestown, what they got to.
Yep, they're already back to the line. There's the snap, handoff to Waylon up the middle, who picks up the first down plus some, runs a couple Lions over, and is brought down over the 30-yard line at the Lions' 28-yard line, and that's going to be another 12-yard pickup for the Pirates. And they look to put points on the board early here in this fourth quarter.
They're trying to hand the ball to their athletes now and just let them do the job.
Yep, they did just sub out Hester and bring in number 28, Shields. So
I've heard his name a lot.
Yep, they're back to the line. I formation. Shields now tailback. There's a snap handoff to Shields. He runs up the middle. There's a flag on the play. I'm not sure what it was. It kind of was thrown at the tackle, but we're not sure what it was here.
Waiting for the call from the official.
Yep. It's going to be a personal foul. Face mask on the Lions again, and I believe that was on number 55, Noah Dalton. He was in on the tackle, but I believe he grabbed the face mask. So that's going to be, is it 5 or 15 here, Zach?
We're waiting to see him count it.
2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's going to be a 15-yarder. So that's going to be actually half a distance to the goal. So it's going to be down to the 10-yard line, so it's a 10-yard penalty there. So Charlestown now has 1st and 10 on the 10. And there's the snap, handoff to Hester at fullback, and he fights his way forward, being pushed by a group of Pirates, and he's still being pushed, and is he going to be pushed into the end zone?
They're rolling him down.
Yep, they are rolling him down finally.
At the 2.
Yep. So, no, though, is it the 2 or the...
Yeah,
what are we
right
doing
at
here?
the stick.
Now, there is a Pirate down on the ground, so we will take a short break here. But it is going to be a...
Oh, he's up.
It's going to be at the 2-yard line.
The injured Pirate is up.
Yep, that was number 5, Sloan Roberts, but he's walking off on his own power here. So,
they're just putting Hester everywhere.
Pulling their way forward. So now it's 2nd and 2 on the 2. I believe it's 2nd and goal on the 2. Pirates in I formation. There's the snap, and Grayson's going to keep it himself on the quarterback sneak and fight his way forward and into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Pirates. So they now cut the lead 30-14, pending the 2-point conversion, and we have a ball game on our hands, folks.
Man, they're just using their big guys. They're saying, we're bigger than you, we're going to run over you.
We talked about it as one of your keys to victory, Zach. Be disciplined against an athletic team, and, you know, Charlestown it took them a half of football to figure out they needed to use their athletes.
They just switched it up, and they're just playing like North Harrison did against us.
Yep. So Charlestown comes to the line for the 2-point conversion. Grayson under center. There's the snap, fake toss to Shields. He's around the left side, and I don't know that he's going to get in, but he does. So Shields does fight his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that's going to be now a 30-16 ball game with 10:21 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lions do have the lead 30-16. We will be back after a short commercial break.
When you want to honor your loved one, you choose someone you can trust. Marshall Monuments, Southern Indiana's monument experts. In their 78 years of community service, Marshall Monuments has provided excellence and experience and continues to take pride in workmanship and guarantees satisfaction in the final product. Whether you're looking for a custom monument, stones, or mausoleums or military markers, Marshall Monuments not only services all of Kentuckiana, but can come to you when you can't make the trip to the local office. Corey Churchman and the staff at Marshall Monuments do everything by hand and stand by the quality of their work. When you're dealing with Marshall Monuments in Salem, you're working with expert craftsmanship and specially trained stone artisans. Call or text today at 812-412-2014 for a free estimate and to set up an appointment to see their quality work. Or stop by the shop at 106 South Water Street in Salem, Indiana. Top quality stonework at hometown prices.
So we are back here at Jim Ralston Field, where the Lions' lead has now been cut to 14 points, 30-16, after 2 touchdowns from Charlestown in the second half. And number 28, Ryan Shields, is in for the kick for the Pirates. Back deep to receive for the Lions is number 32, Seth Ponsford, and number 6, Noah Deaton. And it's going to be a fake onside, and Shields is going to kick it. It's going to go through the legs of the Lions, but, oh, wait, hold on here. Okay, so it was recovered by the Lions at the 42-yard line. That recovery was made by, is that number 10, Zach? Number 10, Braden Walters.
Walters boys playing recovery.
We've seen an onside recovery from Dylan Walters and now one from Braden Walters. So the Lions will take over 1st and 10 on their own 42-yard line. 10:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. So Lions come to line, 1st and 10, Mole under center, Deaton and Dent in the backfield. Receivers on both sides here. Ball again on their own 42. And Mole's under center. There's the snap. A toss to Dent around the left side. He's met early and brought down after a gain of 1 yard. And Logan Dent has been met by the Pirates here in this second half.
You really got to give credit to Jason Hawkins' coaching staff, the way they've adjusted in the second half.
Absolutely. He's got a 121-59 record at Charlestown and 127-27 overall. Obviously, he's a great coach. He's a winning coach. He knows the adjustments to make. So now the Lions face a 2nd and 9 on their own 43. Bolt comes out back under center. Deaton and Dent in the backfield. Receivers on both sides. 9:30 to go here in the fourth. There's the snap and handoff to Deaton up the middle. And again, he's met early. Brought down after a gain of 2 yards. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Lions on their own 45-yard line.
This is a must-convert situation here, Brandon, for Salem.
Yep, we converted on all the third downs in the first half. We didn't have many, but we converted them all. And that's what we need right here.
We've punted every drive so far in the second half, haven't we?
Yep. So Lions break the huddle. They come back to line. Mole in gun here, 3rd and 7 on their own 45. Dent on his left, 2 receivers out left. And there's the snap and fake handoff to Dent. And Mole's got all kinds of pressure, and he's going to look to throw. It's caught at the first down marker by Seth Ponsford, and he is going to be pushed out of bounds at the Pirates' 47-yard line. And that was a massively big play there from Seth Ponsford.
How many yards was that pickup there, Brandon?
It was about, what was that? I'm not even sure. I missed it.
I think it was about an 8 yard. No, it would have been about 6 yards.
Yeah, something like that. No, because it was 3rd and 7. 3rd and 8. It was 8, I think. Lions back to the line, 1st and 10 on the Pirates' 47. Mole in gun. There's a snap, fake handoff to Dent. Mole's going to keep it, and he's going to make his way down to the 40-yard line of the Pirates. So that's going to be about a 6-yard, down to the 41. So it's going to be a 6-yard pickup there for Adam Mole. On that 3rd and 6 there, Mole had a bunch of pressure. Honestly, just kind of threw the ball up as he got hit, but Ponsford made a great play to come back to it, catch it, get the first down, and continue the Lions' drive.
Yes, that was a great reception by Seth Ponsford.
So 2nd and 4 for the Lions here. Mole in gun, Dent on his left, 1 receiver on both sides. There's the snap, fake handoff to Dent. Mole's going to keep it around the left side, and he has nowhere to go, and he is going to be met hard by a Pirate and dropped after about a 2-yard loss there for the Lions. So now that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that was a shot there taken by Mole. You don't want to see your quarterback hit the way he just was.
Yep. The Pirates look like they're ready to play in their second half. Hopefully it's too little too late, but Lions come back to line on the Pirates' 43-yard line, 3rd and 6. Mole goes back under center. Deaton and Dent in the backfield, 1 receiver on both sides. There's a snap, toss around the left side to Dent, and he's going to fight his way forward. He's short of the first down only by a yard, so it's going to be a 5-yard pickup for Logan Dent, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 1 for the Lions on the Pirates' 38-yard line.
This is going to be interesting to see what Salem draws up here in the huddle.
Yep, this is a massive 4th down attempt here for the Lions. And Adam Mole signaling to the sideline. I think he wants to probably a QB sneak to himself. But honestly, with how big the Charlestown defensive line is, I don't know if that's the play here.
Yeah, especially with the big man there. It's the nose tackle for Charlestown.
Yeah, that is number 65 for Charlestown. That is Jacob Holsey. 5'11", 280 sophomore. And it looks like the Lions are going to take a timeout here with 6:48 to go in the fourth quarter. The Lions have now taken their, I think that's like their first time out of the game.
It is.
Before this 4th and 1, and Zach and I are going to step aside for a short commercial break, and we will be right back.
Reuben Johnson Scott here to tell you that American Family Insurance is committed to protecting your dream home so that your family has a place to share laughs, celebrations, and milestones, which is why their new homeowner discount rewards customers who have purchased a new home in the last 3 years with a discount on their homeowner's policy. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Contact Rodney Bruff, agent at Rodney S. Bruff Agency Incorporated at 812-277-1400 today.
Discount and savings amounts and eligibility will vary. Some restrictions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, its operating company, 6,000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
And we are back at Jim Ralston Field here at Paul A. Graves Athletic Stadium, where the Salem Lions are facing a 4th and 1 on the Pirates' 38-yard line here. Line to gain is the 47. With 6 minutes and 48 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter, the Lions would lead 30-16. It was 30-0 at halftime. The Charlestown Pirates have cut that lead by 16 points here in the second half.
This is a massive 4th down, Brandon.
Yep, if Charlestown gets a stop here, that's really going to shift the momentum. If the Lions get a first down, that's going to kill the momentum for Charlestown. 4th and 1, Mole under center, Deaton and Dent in the backfield. There's a snap handoff, quick handoff to Dent, and who does trip his way forward, and he does pick up the first down after a 4-yard pickup there from Logan Dent. And I'll tell you what, this offense would look drastically different if we didn't have him.
Yeah, being a sophomore and being athletic as he is, he's got a great future ahead of him.
Absolutely. He did get tripped up, it looked like, at the line, but kind of dove his way forward there for the first down. So now the Lions have a 1st and 10 on the Pirates' 34-yard line. And the Lions are coming back to the line. Mole's going to be in gun with Dent on his left, a receiver on both sides. There's the snap and fake handoff to Dent. Mole's going to keep it around the left side and be upended at the 31-yard line. He is going to pick up about 3 yards, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Lions. 2nd and 6. They gave him an extra yard, so he's at the 30 now. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Lions lead 30-16.
Got to go back about Dent. He's leading the Lions tonight in rushing with 154 yards on 19 attempts.
Yeah, we can always expect plenty of running yards from Dent. And the refs have just sent...
They're waving off the Lions huddle.
The refs just sent 2 players for Charlestown off the field. Might be blood, not sure what's going on here.
One of them is Hester.
So the Lions now have a 2nd and 6 on the Pirates' 30-yard line. Mole under center, Deaton and Dent in the backfield. Braxton Dean spread out right. And the Lions are running the clock down here, the play clock down. Not really sure what happened. They bumped the play clock back up but kept the clock running, so they're just running time down here on Charlestown.
20 seconds on the play clock.
Yep.
5:27 in the fourth.
So Mole does come back under center. Deaton and Dent in the backfield. Braxton Green out right. There's a snap, hands off to Dent in the backfield, who finds a little hole to run through and does bully his way forward for a first down to the 22-yard line. So that's going to be about an 8-yard pickup there for number 4, Logan Dent, and another first down for the Lions.
This is really what Salem needs to attack with here, is just chewing up the clock, running the ball, take your time, don't get in a hurry.
Yeah, this is all about clock management here. We'll see if they do it.
The 2 players that were sent out in the previous play came back in.
Well, one of them came back in. The safety did not come back in. He was limping, so that may have been why they sent him off. Mole back under center, two running backs in the backfield. That's Deaton and Dent. There's the snap and toss left to Dent, and the ref missed the holding there. But it's going to save the Lions and give them another first down to the 12-yard line. So a 10-yard pickup for number 4, Logan Dent, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Lions on the 12-yard line.
That was right at the 6 where he got tackled there, Brandon.
Yep, and the Lions did get lucky there. Noah Dalton tackled one of the defensive players in the backfield. Refs have been pretty good with calling holdings tonight. They did miss that one.
That was a fortunate break to Salem.
Yep. So now the other injured player for Charlestown does make his way back onto the field. Might have just had a stinger there. So Lions back to line, 1st and 10 on the Pirates 12. Mole under center, Deaton and Dent in the backfield, receivers on both sides. There's a snap toss left to Dent, and he pushes his way up the middle. He is met at the line, does fight forward. No, he is not met. He is met at the line. And maybe gained a yard there. What do you think, Zach? Yep, they did give him a yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 9 at the Pirates 11.
Just chew up the clock, Salem. That's all we need to do. 3:55 left in the fourth quarter, 30-16 Salem over Charlestown.
2nd and 9 for the Lions. They're taking their time here between plays to run the clock down. 2nd and 9, all on the 11-yard line. All in gun, Dent on the right. And there is the snap to Mole. Fake handoff to Dent. Hands it around the right side to Noah Deaton. He's got a guy chasing him, and he breaks that tackle, but runs into another one. Does push his way forward for a gain of a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 from the 10-yard line for the Lions with 3:20 to go here. They lead 30-16 over the Pirates. Charlestown does take a timeout here, so with 3:15 to go here in the fourth quarter, Lions lead 30-16. Zach and I will take a short commercial break, and we will be right back.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're good at insurance, but not just any insurance. We're good at...
No.
Did you forget the parking brake? Yes, you forgot the parking brake. Insurance. When the forecast calls for cheese ball size tail insurance. Even shouldn't have parked under that tree. Insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Call your Washington County Farm Bureau agent, Jason Petmeyer, at 812-620-8923.
So we are back here at Salem High School at Jim Ralston Field, where the Lions have a 3rd and 8 on their Pirates' 10-yard line. Charlestown looks to make a stand to have a chance back in this game. If the Lions get a first down, this game is pretty much over, because that puts the Lions inside the 2-yard line. But the Lions' offense here has a big task ahead of them. 3rd and 8 again on the Pirates' 10-yard line. 3:15 to go here in the fourth. Lions lead 30-16. Mole comes out in gun. Dent on his left. And 2 receivers out left. There's a snap to Mole. He rolls out left, and he's getting chased by a few of the Pirates, and I can't see what's going on over there because of a tent. But he is stopped short of the first down. It looks like the 3-yard line thanks to the ref on the other side. The 4-yard line, so it's going to be a 6-yard pickup for Adam Mole, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 2 for the Lions on the Pirates' 4-yard line.
It is worth noting Charlestown does have 2 timeouts in this half.
It's also worth noting that Mole ran out of bounds there and stopped the clock for Charlestown, so that is an extra stoppage if Charlestown does get this stop here. So the Lions back to the line, Mole in gun, Dent on his right, 2 receivers outright, 4th and 2 on the 4. There's the snap. Mole's going to keep it himself. He's going to push forward. He does not get the first down, I don't think.
I think he has it, Brandon.
It's going to matter where they mark him here.
Waiting from the call from the official.
Yep, it is close. It's all dependent on the spot here. And it looks like they're going to bring the chains in for a measurement, and this is the biggest measurement we've seen all year, Zach.
It is, Brandon, it is.
It's always hard to stop a team in 2 yards in high school football, but Charlestown stopped Mole either at 2 yards or just short of 2 yards, and he needed to.
This is going to be within, I'd say, inches.
Oh, yeah. It's either going to be the nose of the football or that he's short or nose of the football that he got it. So the chain gang is making their way out here slowly but surely. They're not in a hurry here. But let's see what they got here. That's close.
First down.
And he got it by inches, and that was close.
When they were stretching out, Brandon, I didn't think he had it.
Yep, that was close. Like we talked about, it couldn't have been by more than about the last 2 seams on the ball. So 1st and 16-10 for the Lions here.
3:02 left in the fourth quarter. Salem up 30-16 over the Charlestown Pirates.
And I'll tell you what, Zach, if Charlestown would have played like this the whole game, this game would not be the same situation.
No, it would not. You really got to give it to that coaching staff over there. They've really changed up the second half of Charlestown.
So the Lions now have a first and goal on the 2. I look for this to probably be a Logan Dent run, if I'm guessing. I don't think this will stop him for 2 yards. So Mole comes back under center. Eaton and Dent in the backfield, a receiver on both sides. 2:40 to go here in the fourth. Lions lead 30-16. And there's the snap to Mole, and toss out left to Dent, and he dives his way, and he is in for the Lions touchdown. So the Lions have now put 6 more points on the board, take a 36-16 lead over the Pirates. I think that will probably do it for the Lions here. I think that probably will secure them the win unless Charlestown can find 20 or 22 points here in the last 2.5 minutes, where they haven't found that in the first 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So Mole back in gun, Dent on his right. There's the snap. Mole drops back to throw, throws it to the left to Braxton Dean, throws it a little high. It does go through Braxton's hands in the end zone, so they do not get the 2-point conversion. But the Lions have the 36-16 lead with 2:32 to go in the fourth quarter, and we will be right back after a short commercial break.
Sprained ankle, swollen joints, and no time for an appointment? Schneck Medical Center has you covered. Visit our orthopedic walk-in clinic for expert care. Our specialists provide fast attention to a number of bone and joint problems. No appointment necessary. Available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. For more information, visit schneckmed.org. Schneck, healthy together.
And we are back as the Lions have extended their lead to 20 points, 36-16, with 2.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And I think that probably diminished the Pirates' chances here of a comeback. But it was a well-fought effort here in the second half from the Pirates.
Yeah, Charlestown really changed everything up here in the second half.
Yep, absolutely. But in for the kick is number 8, Braxton Dean, and back deep to receive for the Pirates is number 5, Sloan Roberts. And we have not seen him back deep to receive yet, but we had been seeing number 6, but he is nowhere to be seen. So, refs are getting set. Go ahead, Zach.
I don't even really see him on the sideline.
No, I don't either. There's the kick from Braxton. It's a deep one over the head of the Pirates, and it's going to roll, and it's going to come to a stop at the...
What is he doing? No, that was not a touchback.
It's a touchback.
I don't think that should have been he rolled the ball.
The kid kind of knocked it into the end zone, so it is going to be a touchback. It was the best kick we've seen from Braxton Dean this season. It did roll to pretty much a stop at the 1-yard line, and the Charlestown kid just kind of knocked it into the end zone for the touchback.
There's really no way to describe how that happened.
No, he just kind of gave it a little nudge, and the refs didn't see it. So the Pirates now take over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line with 2:32 to go in the fourth quarter here.
It was a heads-up play by the Charlestown.
It was. Lions lead 36-16 here. The refs are getting the ball set after a big mistake from the refs there.
Yeah, Salem could have caught that ball. There were Salem players closing in on that ball.
So, Pirates back to line. There's a snap, handoff left to Ryan Shields, who breaks a hole through the left, and he's off and running. He's across the 50, across the 40, across the 30, across the 25, the 20, 15, 10, 5, and in for the touchdown. And they're marking him out at the 3-yard line. Huge play there from, I think that's Braxton Dean for the Lions, chasing the kid down all the way from the other side of the field. So 14 seconds in, the Pirates have moved the ball 77 yards from number 28, Ryan Shields.
That was the longest run of the game.
Yeah, I think Jason Hawkins is probably kicking himself for not doing this earlier. But Charlestown now has a 1st and goal on the 3-yard line, 2:18 to go. Lions lead 36-16. Grayson under center, Waylon at fullback, Shields at tailback. There's a snap toss out left to Shields, cuts it back, walks into the end zone, and that is a touchdown for the Pirates. So they put this game back within 2 scores here with 2:14 to go in the fourth quarter, and the Lions now lead is 36-22, and we will be pending the 2-point conversion. We had no hint of Boomer Hester there on that drive, so I wonder if he has taken an injury or something and is not returning to this game.
That was a major play there by Shields, being able to get that many yards that quick and not taking time off the clock.
So Grayson goes under center, Waylon at fullback. That's a new tailback. Grayson hands it to Waylon, and he stopped short of the 2-point conversion. That was we've seen Charlestown just sub in basically random players. They brought in a 5'8", 145-pound sophomore, Jack Shaw, number 12, at tailback on that 2-point conversion. We have not called his name yet, but for the moment, the Lions lead 36-22 over the Pirates. 2:14 to go in the fourth. We will be back after a short commercial break.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapy. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
So we are back at Jim Ralston Field, where the Lions' lead has now been cut to 14, 36-22, with 2:14 to go in the fourth. And that was a big 2-play drive from the Pirates, first by a 77-yard run from number 28, Ryan Shields, and then a 3-yard carry for number 28, Ryan Shields, to punch it in. 80 yards covered in 2 plays for number 28. And they're in set for the kick. I expect to see an onside here for the Pirates with 2:14 to go, trailing by only 2 scores, and now they do only have 2 timeouts.
Correct, and 2 minutes and 15 seconds to work with.
Yeah, so they are going to have to recover an onside, basically, or force a turnover quick. But there is the onside kick from number 12, and it's fielded by number 8, Braxton Dean, at the 50-yard line. So the Lions will take over 1st and 10 on the 50 with 2:11 to go here. And Braxton got up limping, and that's not something we want to see here this late in the game.
No, it is not. And, clock management's been everything tonight.
Yep, score update from Paoli. Paoli beats Mitchell 64-0. Big win for the Rams tonight.
Yeah, Mitchell, I believe this is their coach's second year. It's his first or second year. Sure. They're trying to find their identity out there.
So Mole comes out under center, Deaton and in the backfield, a receiver on both sides, 1st and 10 at the 50. There's a snap toss left to Dent, who takes around the left side, cuts back across the right, is tripped up at the 49-yard line. So it's going to be a 4-yard gain for Logan Dent with 2 minutes and counting left in the fourth quarter. Lions lead 36-22.
The important thing here for Salem is to stay in bounds.
Yes, absolutely. No, don't put the ball in the air and stay in bounds.
Take time off the clock. Don't get in a hurry.
Yep. I expected to see a timeout there from Coach Hawkins. I believe they have 2 remaining.
Yes, that's correct.
So they have 2 remaining timeouts, but we did not see one there, and the Lions are just running the clock down. Not sure what Coach Hawkins is doing.
Minute and a half left here in the fourth quarter.
2nd and 6 here for the Lions on the Pirates 44. Ball under center. There's a snap toss left to Dent, and he makes it away, pushes his way forward. Does pick up about 5 yards, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down at the Pirates' 44-yard line. So the Lions now face a 3rd and 1, and I guess Coach Hawkins is just not wanting to win this game.
A minute left in this ball game, down 14, 2 timeouts. I'm not sure what they're thinking.
Do they have 2 timeouts?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what Coach Hawkins is doing. We talked about how great of a coach he was earlier, but he's really kind of throwing the pie in our face on that one by not using timeouts here. So 3rd and 1 on the 41-yard line for the Lions. There's a snap toss left to Dent, who does get the first down, runs through, and he's got a touchdown at the 20, 15, 10, 5, So that's going to be a 41-yard rushing touchdown for the Lions. That is going to end the game here for them, basically, as it is going to be a touchdown for the Lions and put them up 42-22 with 36 and a half seconds to go. I said it earlier in the year, week 1, and I'll say it again. He should have went down and ended the game.
Yes, I would agree with you on that. I don't know that it's quite as serious as it was week 1, where if you go down, because
it is a 20-point game now.
Yeah.
So you are correct there, but I just,
kill time.
The sportsmanship in me just shows you don't score there. You just go down, take a knee, and end the game. Braxton Dean in for the point after. Kick is up, and it is no good. So the score is going to remain 42-22 with 36 and a half seconds to go. The Lions have the lead, and we will be back after a short commercial break.
Drew and Jonathan Scott here to tell you that American Family Insurance is committed to protecting your dream home so that your family has a place to share laughs, celebrations, and milestones, which is why their new homeowner discount rewards customers who have purchased a new home in the last 3 years with a discount on their homeowner's policy. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Contact Rodney Bruff, agent at Rodney S. Bruff Agency Incorporated at 812-277-1400 today.
Discount and savings amounts and eligibility will vary. Some restrictions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, its operating company, 6,000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
And we are back at Jim Ralston Field at Salem High School tonight, where the Lions have now extended their lead to 42-22 over the Pirates with 36 and a half seconds to go left in the game. And the Lions are into kick. That's number 8, Braxton Dean. No, it's not. Who is that into kick there, Zach? That is Braxton.
That's Braxton.
Number 8, Braxton Dean into kick. Back deep to receive for the Pirates is number 88. That is Liam Iglesias. There's the kick, and it's going to be fielded by number 12 at the 25, and he is stopped quickly by number 34 for the Lions. That is Corbin Voiles. Great tackle there from the freshman, who we actually saw get a little running back time last week.
This game's pretty well everything but over, Brandon. 32 seconds left. The fans for both teams are starting to file out of here.
Yep. So Charlestown does take over 1st and 10 on their own 33. I'm guessing probably 2 plays here, and we'll see the end of the game. Maybe 1. But they make their way back to the line. Grayson under center, Waylon at fullback, Shields at tailback. Have not seen the return of Boomer Hester. There's a snap, hands off to, that is not Shields, that is number 24, Caleb Denton for the Pirates. He does push his way forward for a 10-yard pickup, and that's going to be a first down for the Pirates, I believe. Yep, first down for the Pirates.
First down.
Down to the 43-yard line. So good first run there from number 24, Caleb Denton. He is a junior. Pirates back to the line, snap, hand off to Denton, makes it way around up the middle, still fighting his way forward. And he's across the first down marker, still being pushed down to the Lions' 45-yard line. That is another first down for the Pirates with 5 seconds to go here. And I think that's probably, nope, Pirates are back to the line to run in one more play. There's the snap to Grayson, and he hands it off to Denton again around the left side, who breaks Adam Moll's tackle, still fights his way forward down to the 38-yard line of the Lions. So that is going to be another 7-yard pickup there for Charlestown, but that is going to bring this game to an end, where the Lions have defeated the Charlestown Pirates 42-22, and that moves the Lions to 3-5 on the year, and that puts the Charlestown Pirates at 1-7 on the year.
Yeah, that's not a record you usually hear next to Charlestown.
No, Charlestown's known for their good teams, and I honestly think they probably would have a better record had they have been playing like this all season.
They just came out, we're a totally different team, and for Charlestown, unfortunately, they figured out what to do a little bit late.
Yep, and I'll be the one to say it. I think if Charlestown would have ran this offense and played like this the whole game, they would have beat us.
I can't disagree with you on that.
They played hard here in the second half of the game, outscoring the Lions 22-12 in the second half, and that included a big 41-yard carry from Logan Dent at the end of the game here. But Charlestown put some fight up in the second half. We had not seen that pretty much the entire game, but Zach's got some updated stats for us. We have moved to a MacBook stat book, and it's on an Excel sheet that Zach built himself through the formulas and all that. We appreciate Zach always for doing that, but let's get some stats here, Zach.
Yeah, we'll hurry up and crank these stats out before we hear a word from Coach Gleasing. Dent was by far the leader for the Lions tonight in rushing with 224 yards on 26 attempts, averaging 8.6 yards a carry. Mull tonight had 118 yards on the ground on 12 attempts, just under 10 yards a carry. And passing-wise, he went 2 for 4, 50% passing for 28 yards. There was really no need to pass tonight the way we were carrying the ball. Then that brings us down to number 6, Eaton. He had 50 yards rushing on 7 attempts. And Karis Moore had 13 yards on 2 carries.
One of those carries for Noah Deaton was also a 14-yard touchdown there in the first half, which kind of continued the offensive role for the Lions. That kept up through the first half. Unfortunately, kind of came to an end, stalled out in the second half until about the last 2 drives.
Yes, and it's also worth noting Mull had that 76-yard touchdown run to start the game off pretty well, and then also on top of his 224 yards, he also finishes the night with 4 touchdowns. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Logan Dent, obviously the player of the game tonight for the Lions. He did what he could. You know, he took every opportunity he got and made the best out of it. Probably had 3 or 4 carries under 5 yards tonight.
Yeah,
Zach?
I would say so. We'll hurry up and tell you the Charlestown stats tonight. Boomer Hester, he was the main guy to carry the ball tonight for this Pirate offense. He had 152 yards on 30 attempts, averaging touch over 5 yards a carry. That brings us down to 28 Shields. He really wasn't an impact player like I thought he would be tonight.
His stats are going to make him sound a lot more important to this game than he was because he had 1 big carry tonight.
Yeah, he had 1 carry for 77 yards. He had another 33-yard carry. That made up the majority of his 122 yards tonight on 5 attempts for an average of 24.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, he did have a 3-yard touchdown run, and that were the last points for Charlestown tonight. The Charlestown played great in the second half, put up 22 points to Salem's 12. Unfortunately, put up 0 to Salem's 30 in the first half.
Yeah, and then finishing off with the quarterback here for Charlestown, Grayson, he had 1 carry for 2 yards. That was a Q sneak for a touchdown. And then he also finished the night passing. He was the main passer, 2 for 4, 50%. They only had 10 passing yards tonight for Charlestown. To compare the rushing totals, Charlestown had 309 yards rushing, and Salem finished with 405 yards. That's a lot of yards on the ground.
Yeah, it was by far the best offensive game we've seen from Salem this year. Zoe's making her way to the sideline with Coach Gleasing, but that is the best offensive play or game we've seen from the Lions, and we've got Coach Gleasing here tuning in, and he's got the earpiece in. Coach Gleasing, can you hear us?
Yes.
Coach Gleasing, that second half got a bit scary there. The Charlestown Pirates came out of halftime, looked a lot better than they did. What were you telling your guys in the second half?
Yeah, we didn't tackle very well, and they were pushing us, and I thought they could do that. We were very fortunate in the first half that we turned them over a few times to get that lead because Charlestown's capable of scoring points. They scored 40 last week against Gordon, so we knew that they had the capability. And I told the team at halftime, 30 points may not be enough to win it, and it was close. But we got to do a little better job to finish. But I'm glad that we got that last drive in to get some first downs, and then punch it in there with that long run to get the game sealed.
I got 2 more questions for you. One of them being Boomer Hester, the running back, went out late in the game. Do you know what happened to him? Is he injured? Or?
I do not know. I do not know the answer to that. Hopefully he's okay. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. He's a great player, runs hard. So hopefully he's okay, and prayers to him.
And the last question, West Washington's coming off a big win tonight at Crawford. What are you going to tell your guys this week to hopefully stop their momentum they're carrying over into next week?
Yeah, county championship's on the line, bragging rights. It's one of those games that both teams circle on the calendar. It's a great way to end the season. We got to get a little bit better. Our tackling's got to be better. But offensively, we had too many penalties.
week.
Thank you.
All right, so you got Zach and I back for a few minutes here before we head out of here tonight. Coach Gleason mentioned penalties. I think I just cut Zach off, but he's right. The Lions have got to clean up their penalties, Zach.
Yeah, we did pretty good last week on flags. Not so good this week. We had 9 flags tonight for a total of 79 yards. That's compared to Charlestown's 1 penalty for 5 yards, and that was just an illegal formation.
And that illegal formation for Charlestown did come very untimely for them. They had just completed a 30-yard pass down the sideline, but the flag came out and resulted in a no play for them and a 5-yard penalty. But, so, I think that's going to do it for us. Zach, do you have any updates from around the area here tonight?
You can give me a quick second, and I'll see what I can find.
I'll see if Chris has texted me the West Washington score. The last West Washington score update I had was 34-0. West Washington was up over Crawford County Wolfpack. And then we did see that Paoli had beaten Mitchell 64-0. So what else do you have for us?
Yeah, North Harrison, another MSC foe. They beat Parksville tonight 44-6. You really got to give credit to North Harrison. They've turned their season around since about week 2.
Yes, absolutely. We beat them week 1, and they have not looked back since, like you said, week 2.
The last update I have, in the third quarter of the Brownstown Silver Creek game, it was 37-6, Brownstown up over the Dragons.
Yep, we expected that one, I'm guessing.
Let's see. I have Providence up 45-13 in the fourth quarter over Corden.
Okay.
This is not updated, but last we have from the Scottsburg Eastern game is 44-0 Scottsburg over the Musketeers.
Yep, so Scottsburg looks to move to 6-2 on the year, and Pekin's going to fall to 1-7, it looks like.
And not really teams we play are in our conference, but a hard-fought game was Seymour beating New Albany 14-7.
That's a close game, 14-7. 3 touchdowns scored and 1 separated the score. But next week we are home again for senior night against the Senators of West Washington. Like Coach Gleason says, that's bragging rights in the county. Zach and I, we took it serious when we played football. Everybody does. Hopefully they still do as kind of a tradition thing. But the Senators will travel here to Salem next week for senior night. Also, we will have the Colts front office management here with the staff from Hella's Turf Company, all here for a presentation. We will also be recognizing the 30-year anniversary of the last sectional title here at Salem from the 1994 team. And, Zach, you look like you got something to say. What is it?
Yeah, carrying on to the sectional thing, Sunday, tune in to 97.9 WSLM to get your sectional draws for the football season. That is Sunday. I
don't know what time.
I'm not exactly sure the time.
I'm guessing probably somewhere around 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it's about 7 o'clock, I think.
But we will find out the fate of the Lions and their sectional draw.
We did drop down to a 2A school. We are in sectional 40. Eastern is in our sectional. Brownstown's in our sectional. Just some teams, local teams off the top of my head. Paoli.
I think it's Paoli, Brownstown, Crawford County, Pekin. Who else is
Switzerland County.
Switzerland County.
Crawford County.
Yep.
Hell City.
Yep. Clarksville.
Yep.
And Providence is not in our section.
No, they are not.
But, again, tune in to WSLM 97.9 Sunday night for the sectional draw. Find out who the Lions will play. And I think for now, unless you've got something else back, I don't.
I do not. Thank you for tuning in tonight, like always.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for tuning in. Our crowd is slowly growing, and we always appreciate that. But for now, we look forward to seeing you guys next week as the Lions will host the West Washington Senators. But everybody, have a great week, and God bless you all.